Yeah, always gotta.
No, Shook's the best. Fucking producing over there. We
really need to change this whole thing.
What do you mean? The whole podcast?
Cable? No, just the cable management. What goes there? How we get it there?
Yeah, I definitely need more keys.
The bigger table for ivories.
Yeah, I need something.
Did you sit on the keys or something, Chuck, or what?
I sat on the keys.
Dual levels.
I'm really battling to not put on the stuff Jesse and I were playing.
Oh
earlier.
yeah,
No, not that music. My keys.
Yeah.
I found this new button on the keyboard. I'll tell you what. Unbelievable. Wow, my YouTube's just stinking today, dude.
Pop up.
Shout to anybody in the chat room. I can't see anybody.
Shouts to Ransom Garage, Katie Designs, Tim Connors, DJ, Texas E36, Details by Doug.
Everybody's in there already?
Shouts to y'all. Yeah, they're all talking up a storm, too.
Man, my YouTube. Oh, there they are. What's up, everybody?
What's up, YouTubers?
What's up,
The fuck is up, Denny's?
Get us disenfranchised. The first second of the podcast.
All right. How's the sound today, everybody?
Yeah, let us know about the sound.
Let us know, because we made some changes, and I hope it works.
Let's see if this button works.
Is that the beginning of a Rage song? That's what that reminds me of.
It is. Hold on, Jesse and I found like the best thing ever somewhere. No!
Oh, wow.
Oh my God, turn it off!
Yeah, I was
Yeah,
way
turn
too
that
loud.
down.
That's not the one.
Just dip that. Wait, we're going to... Okay. That's that. It sounds like the flute in Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Before anything bad happens.
Come with me, children.
It's exactly what it sounds like.
Welcome to the Revival Motoring Podcast.
I hope someday
pre-show.
there's people that listen to us tripping fucking balls.
There might be currently.
Because it would be an adventure.
No, I found a really good, like, crazy one, but as Josh fixed all the sound, Jesse and I were playing with keys, and we found some real take you for a journey shit over here.
Just be wary what we show on YouTube as well, because we can get strikes on it. That's why I had you take the other one down so quick last week, because I'm like, oh shit, I forgot.
So we can, by playing a YouTube video on YouTube.
Yeah. It's fucking...
Can't we just say we're reacting to it?
Can you blur like a bar on it or something like?
I don't know. Like,
Can you put a Revival Motoring sticker on the TV and
And
be
just-
like, play it and be
yeah.
like, this is ours anyway,
Like, I'm
guys.
pretty sure we can show news and coverage and
Nudes?
different, not nudes,
Noobs.
noobs,
Noobs.
NoobTube, and that sort of stuff. But like, unless we have permission from other YouTube, I think
You'll get pinged.
that's
for
what you get dinged for. So
So we can only show Jimmy Oak stuff?
he gave it, yeah, give us the okay.
But is it somebody has to complain about it or something?
I think YouTube throws strikes around. Yeah.
Like
Throws them on like crazy.
Yeah,
like they're bowling.
yeah, exactly. They're just fucking tossing them.
Yeah.
We've only been dinged once, not a strike, but a warning.
Yeah.
What do we
What?
get dinged for?
Because one of the videos I made and put up, the link to said company that I bought rights from in the video weren't connected.
Oh.
The snakes didn't twist, and I had to like re-upload stuff and show proof. And then they took it away. It was like,
So we've had a strike, but we dumped a strike.
it wasn't an actual, it was a
So they
warning.
finger pointed, and then you're like, whoa.
They recently changed their system, so as you're uploading videos, it checks for copyright infringement as you're uploading, which is great. We haven't talked about that yet. Again, hopefully everybody can hear us. If you can't hear us good enough or something, let us know. But we think we fixed the audio. Fingers crossed permanently. So yeah, here we are.
Yeah, can you guys hear my horn? Jesse's here.
Shouts to everybody in chat.
How we doing tonight? We're doing pretty good. We're happy to see you all in the chat room. Jesse's here. He did the mountain thing.
I went up a mountain.
I'm gonna talk about that mountain.
Also a K owner.
Oh, yep.
I'm ready.
Chuck, you right over there?
Chuck's out of energy, so he's ready.
Can you hear us at all? So.
That's very loud.
That's interesting. Why are our mics low, but that high?
Is that high? How's that look on the board?
So that's the thing. It's technically lower on this board. Technically lower than it is.
Am I giving it more juice? What if?
Size are gonna pop out.
Well, at least you don't need the energy drink to get you by.
Exactly. Really good.
Shouts to DJ. Sounds
Shouts
good.
to DJ.
Sounds
Let's
good. Details by
fucking
Doug.
send it. Let me
Sick.
get
Let's
back
send
to
it.
my
We're already
soundboard.
recording that.
In the boards.
Everybody ready? I think we're good. Full Voltron. Here we go. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who
Hey.
and Corey.si.
Hello.
This week, we are joined by Mr. Jesse Whitsell.
Ahoy.
We're going to chat with him about his recent expose climbing said mountain.
Yes.
Should be pretty fun.
They're back.
And as always, Shooky behind the controls over there, manning the ship.
Hello.
Someday we'll get the boy at Mike. Before we get rolling, this episode is brought to you by New England Auto and Truck Recyclers. New England Auto and Truck Recyclers, also known as NEATR, is conveniently located in Winchendon, Massachusetts. That's Winchendon, centralized Massachusetts for those who are unaware. They are the purveyors of premium recycled auto parts, which include, but are not limited to, engines, transmissions, body parts, wheels, used tires, interior pieces, lights, all that good stuff, all cleaned, tested, and reliable, and come with a 6-month warranty. If you are interested, visit finduseparts.com. Again, that's finduseparts.com.
Find Used
Or
Parts.
give them a call, 1-800-553-3080. Or you can check out their YouTube channel for all their new inventory and an up-close and personal look at what you might want to see. So go check them out. Again, that's NEATR, finduseparts.com, and tell them Revival Motoring sent you.
The boys sent you to NEATR.
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 I think we're going to get right into the
If you'd like to leave a callback
right
number,
into the
press
callbacks.
2.
Callbacks.
Yeah.
Here we are.
We got the callbacks.
Anything?
You know what? I got a little something to put out there, out in the ether.
Mm-hmm.
Sign myself up for a track night at Thompson. I know every now and then I get people out there with me to ride around in the old intermediate sesh. September 16th. There's still plenty of openings.
What group?
I am an intermediate.
No. What?
Track night in America. TNIA.
I should get in on that.
Yeah, you should definitely come. Do intermediate. It's
Tina.
No.
not that infuriating.
Mm-mm.
It's the Tina. Yeah, it's Wednesday or Thursday, September 16th. It's certainly it's a fun event. Good for your first
Thursday.
Love it. Thursday.
Because the
Damn, Corey's
17th
mad.
is Friday.
Oh yeah. I got a really stacked up week.
Yeah, I'm saying you got to figure that out.
Yeah, that was probably
Jeez,
a bad
and that-
idea. That's a bad idea.
Yeah.
That also leads into Staggered, which is the 19th.
Ooh.
Oh no, this is gonna be one of those weekends where I fucking
Overdose
give myself
on
a fucking
Monster
disease
Energy
again.
drinks.
Oh my god.
Let me know.
Yeah, because I'm DJing the 17th in downtown Providence as well at night.
which
for
leads
PVD
to
Fest.
which leads to 18th.
Well, so I got to book. We got to book something on the 18th.
We can figure it
I'm
out.
not trying to sleep that weekend. But anyways, if you want to go ride Thompson, it's one of the last ones. I think there's another one in October. Come on out, ride with the boys. Ton of fun. Great track to learn on. Lots of runoff, more than Palmer. And that's what I got for that.
Mm-hmm.
Anybody have any actual callbacks? Because I got other stuff, but it's not really callbacks.
I had a boost leak.
You had
3, to be
blue-
exact.
Oh, you had a boost leak.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm telling you, I fixed it before I actually fixed it.
But it's fixed.
I'm talking to the future.
Stone cold guarantee. It's a stone cold lock.
Stone cold lock. I use
Consider
the smoke
this a
machine.
threat
Yeah.
future.
First time ever I used the smoke machine.
Isn't
Lemon
it
Pledge?
amazing? Lemon Pledge.
Lemon pledge.
Incredible.
Yeah.
Absolutely
unbelievable.
incredible. I
Some
wish
new
it smelled like
science.
lemon pledge.
No, mine smells like lemon
It
pledge.
smells like lemon pledge. It
This
is lemon
one?
pledge.
Yep.
Smelled real bad.
Really?
Train smoke. Smells like
Yeah.
train smoke.
Oh,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
get train
yeah.
smoke?
No, you need
Uh,
lemon pledge.
Got to go to lemon pledge. Everybody knows.
Super cool.
Yeah.
So I'm telling the future that I have fixed it.
Okay.
There's that.
Yeah.
So you're just putting it out there.
If you manifest it,
Right.
it will happen.
will
Just like when I win the track day.
It will happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Or the
You
track
have,
night
you have
in
to
America.
manifest. You have to put it
Senior.
out into the air.
Yep. I like
I
that.
fixed it.
Chuck wins every track day.
Yeah.
I really do. I leave on shoulders.
Especially when you race yourself.
Do you have a wreath?
I have a wreath and shoulders. I put it around my neck
And they do that to horses.
and I'm escorted
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
They take me out by a leash.
The old
Joshua,
Triple
do you have
Crown.
something over there? You look like you
No,
have
I
something
was-
to say.
I was trying to find callbacks, but I can't. The problem is I get callbacks like too far back in the week.
Yeah, you got to get a note app and just dump
Yeah.
it.
Yeah,
Call way back.
I got to do that.
Wait,
Yeah.
callbacks.
I screenshot them.
That's a good
I screenshot
idea.
'em. So I'll open like my photo stuff and I'll scroll through it before I.
Also, giant thanks to Ed for first off building the whole Save the K
Be a
website.
joyous one.
Also for making a bunch of terrible, wonderful Save the K photoshops with me and him as Moses and other biblical figures.
Yes.
I'm looking forward to more of those. If anybody has 3 seconds on hand in Photoshop, it's always fun. They seem to be really hitting. They seem to
a
really
lot
be
of-
changing the tide on this whole thing.
How
What's-
many,
what's the-
robes do you have on, Chuck?
Multiple ropes.
Okay, good.
I mean, there's a whole, a Da Vinci error that
Yeah, that's where we're at
could be-
now.
That could be utilized.
Right. We're in the Renaissance right now.
Yeah.
Wow.
The only other thing I have is that this Sunday is Fieldworks.
This Sunday,
That's in Ludlow, Mass. That is
Yep.
the second stop on the Church of Speed tour.
August 29th.
We have shirts. We have gear.
Elks
Yep.
Lodge.
The Elks Lodge in Ludlow.
We're not going full Voltron though. We're going what? Just flags?
Table, booth, maybe some flags.
Maybe some flags. Okay.
Yep.
Flags. Okay.
Yep.
If
Make
we
it
can
nice
get
and
some
easy.
grass, we can get some flags going.
Going in soft.
Yeah, I think so.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's
We'll bring a shovel, dig right into the Elks
medium
foundation.
spin.
But anyways, get your ass in gear. That's happening. I don't think you have to pre-register. There's really nothing you have to do.
You just gotta show up,
Other
have a
than
great
show
fucking
up,
time, and
Have a
not be
great
piece
time
of
with the
shit.
boys. Remember, there is swimming.
Yeah, there's
That's a bonus.
there's
We
swimming,
think.
there's fishing.
There's a rope slide. There's jet skiing if you bring one.
Yeah, if you bring your own.
If
Bring
you
your own
get-
jet
if-
ski.
Yeah, if you go back to a podcast with the boys from Fieldworks, I believe they
161.
said jet
maybe?
skiing is totally acceptable there.
Yeah.
Kayaking, rafting.
I think they'll be fine if I put this schedule out. They sent it to us.
Yeah, they probably sent it to you because they want you to tell everybody. Go ahead.
Yeah, registration for
Yep.
Fieldworks.
What time?
8 to 11:30.
8 to 11:30.
Skate limbo at 12.
Okay.
Bunny hop comp at 12:30.
Bunny hop comp, is that when you're in a potato sack jumping stuff?
No, bunny hop with BMX bike.
Don't know what that means.
I don't know if they want me to say the rest of the stuff,
Okay,
leave
yeah,
it
it's a
out there.
secret.
Yeah,
They have
yeah,
an Ollie
but-
competition?
but there's a yep. Or I'm sorry, no, I don't see
They
that
have a
on there.
skate limbo competition.
Skate limbo.
But that's that's basically it. If you want to go, show up. Registration is from 8 to 11:30, so try to get there sometime in between their time frame.
If you don't want to go, don't go.
Also,
That's fine.
let's add. It is a donation show.
Donation
Yeah.
show.
That
Bring some
means
cash, boys. Don't
Donate something.
We're not cash apping, you know?
Little fuckers on your can.
Yeah, donate something.
Good news about OnlyFans, though.
Great news.
Not going
Great
anywhere.
news.
Back to it, baby.
Yeah, good for them.
That's a good business plan to just keep doing what you've done to make exorbitant amounts of money.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna right.
Yeah, why change?
That's a good
Yeah,
like
exactly.
Why change when it works?
yeah, like
Sorry to all the restaurants that were expecting to have some cheap waitresses, because
Yeah.
that's going.
Yeah, I think it's you figure out where you can actually put the money now.
Did
And then
you
we're
start
good.
changing yours?
Mine?
Yeah.
No, I held tight.
Yeah.
Because
Oh, absolutely. That's what I've heard.
If I knew Brazzers could figure it out, I knew OnlyFans could.
Exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
Brazzers got it totally under control.
Yeah. Reality King sorted it as well after some time.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. More importantly, Fieldworks, donation only. Don't come empty-handed. Even if it's $1, throw it in the bucket. Help the boys out. This comes out of their pocket to put on the show. It's a hell of a good time.
Right.
Could say maybe the best time. I'll say it's the best time.
It's
damn
the
good
best
time.
Damn good time.
Solid good time.
So, and come say hi.
Yeah, we'll be there.
Absolutely.
Come say ciao.
Sign,
Ciao Bella.
sign,
Ciao. Ciao, Bella.
Ciao Bella.
sign babies.
Sign babies.
Sign 'em.
Shake
Sign K's.
You sign whatever you
Sign
want.
'em.
You know, we're showing up in force.
Plenty of markers. What else do we have for callbacks? Anything?
Did we do anything last weekend?
No, it was a pretty quiet weekend.
No, it was the fucking it
Fucking.
was the fucking storm guy.
Or a change.
Oh man, what a bummer of a hurricane! I mean,
Henry.
don't get me wrong.
Henry is weak.
They didn't want a hurricane, and all of a sudden, every newscaster in the country started pronouncing French names right. Henri, like, what? Do you, come on! It says Henry with an I.
It says Henry. We're in America.
You got to be
Yeah.
culturally
Call it
appropriate.
Henry.
Yeah. There's like a thing to it.
No, that's not correct. If your name is Henry in America Everybody just call you Henry. Hey, what's up, Weird Henry?
What if it ended in an I?
That's
Yeah.
weird. That's weird, Henry.
What's up, Weird Henry?
Yeah, weird Henry.
Yeah,
Henry with an I?
Bizarro. Bizarro
Yeah.
Henry.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Yeah, I think it's wrong.
Yeah.
Anyways,
Well-
that's a wrap. Thanks for coming through.
Never, you know.
I heard down south, like where
Connecticut
Guido and the
gets
boys
devastated.
live down EG,
Yeah.
they got a little bit of the smoke down
It was
A
there.
little bit of
harsh.
sauce, a little bit of rain.
Up here, no sauce.
Yeah.
Very little sauce.
It was
I
misty.
know Downey's in that central Jersey, and
Yeah.
there was some water happening down there. I
Some
know that.
water
Yeah.
down Central Jersey.
It was-
Well, hopefully everybody made it out
Shut
safe.
the Jers, one of our favorite parts of the country.
Ooh.
We thankfully escaped it, which
We
is
did.
good.
We
But
made it.
that's essentially why we had no plans to do anything. We just fully expected to,
I just buckled.
rebuild.
Exactly.
That's what
we
we
will
wanted.
rebuild.
Oh, I watched
Yeah.
Mayor of Easttown start to finish.
How was it?
It's so fucking good.
I don't even know what that is.
It's on
Me
HBO.
neither.
Oh, okay.
I finally finished Clarkson's Fam.
Yeah, what'd you
Yeah.
think?
It was great.
It was
Yeah.
great.
Yeah.
The
What'd you-
comeback at the end was hilarious.
I,
The
I-
whole thing.
it was such a feel good
thing.
moment.
Yeah.
The whole thing was feeling good.
Bentley comes out, you're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, here we
Yeah.
are.
Here we go.
This is
We're back in it.
familiar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This is it. Just
I know this. I know this feel.
It's warm
brought
and
it all
cuddly.
together.
Yeah.
yeah. No, it's perfect.
Yeah.
God bless you.
And I love how he actually bought that car, or took that car at the very least. Maybe
Yeah.
not bought it. Any deep thoughts?
No, all I got is the fucking news segment.
New
Hit us.
segment?
Yeah.
No. The new, not news.
The new. That thing we replaced deep thoughts last time.
The
Oh,
infant.
okay. Yeah.
Perfect. Nice and gritty. Real New York.
The Save the K legal update.
Yeah.
First off, thanks everyone for the support at SaveTheK.com. It's been pretty wild, including a hand-signed written letter in there to all the citizens that donate and get involved. We do have a bunch of stuff up there, a bunch of merch. Not a ton of money to be made on the merch, but anyways, I got a hat on right now. Save the K hat. We got stickers, pocket constitutions, which you can buy on Amazon for $2. But then you're supporting the bad guys.
Are they glove box size though?
Yeah, oh yeah.
Okay, good.
Keep that thing on you.
Yeah, we keep all them things on us, stickers, etc. But thanks to everybody that bought anything. I'm like absolutely stoked. It's actually gonna help a little bit, which is good. So let me start what I started this when I wrote this earlier today. Okay, so appeal letter's been sent by the lawyer Reckham Ralph. And then I did some deep diving on Japanese safety standards.
Mm-hmm.
But let's be honest. These guys are treating Japan
Doesn't
like
actually matter. Yeah.
some backwater third world country, and Japan is one of the most technologically advanced countries in the world.
Mhm.
And they have safety standards. In fact, the same safety standards as most UN countries,
Mhm.
and Ks exceed all of them and are allowed on the highway. So it's hilarious to say, hey, listen, cars don't have to pass FMVSS over 25 years old. But Rhode Island thinks that this car's not safe because it's not built to that standard. It's simply not true.
Guideline.
Dude, after reading about how they build these things, I actually feel safer driving around in mine.
I mean, I guess.
I was saying,
I mean, my foot is the headlight, but
Yeah.
I'm cool with that.
Yeah, no, I didn't feel very safe in the first place.
I don't support that. But
But I feel quite safer.
your Daihatsu completely riveted together.
Yeah. Oh, the Daihatsus.
Yeah.
Safest thing on the
Listen,
road.
I looked at the AAMVA rules, literally describing cars with forward passenger cabins and fold down sides, and I'm like, well, I don't know how
Yeah.
hard I have to go. I mean, this is blatantly not a K truck,
Yeah.
so they're wrong in that regard as well. So, anyways, I did look into the safety standards. There are safety standards for these cars. If you actually look at them, you will feel a bit safer about how these cars are. I mean, you don't want to be in a high-speed accident, but you don't want to be in a high-speed accident in anything.
Right.
But we've gone through this before. And then, I guess I should start with the fact that I didn't know, but the story of our K Adventure had shown up on the drive. I've been talking with James about from the drive about this, and they published an article on it,
Literally just today.
like in the middle of the day today. So,
Can we get that up here to take a look at it? Up on the big screen?
yeah, we can bring it up on the big screen. There's pictures of my cars, a couple other Rhode Island
Go
K
to
owners.
thedrive.com.
Giant shouts to everybody that reached out that has Ks. We're still working on this.
You'll see
It's
it.
huge. So, anyways, that was my update, and I can't wait for them to get my. We got it up on the screen here.
Voila.
Picture my car in front of somebody else's house.
Shouts to James Gilboy.
Yeah, shouts to Jamie. Good boy, man. I've updated him a little bit, but I didn't know this had gone up. I knew that my lawyer's letter went out yesterday, and I just figured they got it today because we get a mark this day in history. First off, I get a call from the DMV. That's right.
Is this like shot heard around the world? Is that
A butterfly flaps its wings.
This guy who's been calling the DMV every Wednesday, which has only been 2 Wednesdays, but now the 3rd.
Yeah.
Since this started, who was finally like, okay, well, my appeal letter's in. I'm not going to call them. There's nothing they'll do for me. Billy, my man at the RI DMV, gives me a call. And I got Google Voice, so it's like, you get a call from Billy from the DMV? I was like, it's Billy calling me. I
preemptive
miss Billy.
strike?
And he tells me that I've been granted a stay based on the administrative team, and the administrative team at the DMV has to come up with rules or a solution to this whole problem. I've been granted a stay. He said, in fact, the issues for my suspension have been satisfied. So there's no suspension on at all anymore on these cars.
Yeah.
And he was very, apologetic kind of and chummy with me, which is fine because I've been saying the whole time, hey, Billy's totally fine.
Yeah.
But, it was really
Okay.
why are these guys all of a sudden being so
The
nice to
sudden
me?
change, right?
But the fight doesn't end here. But I was just like, what? So I've got to stay? And he's like, yeah, probably within a month, they'll figure out what they want to do. And if they want to go further, they'll notify you of a suspension again. If not, you're fine. So I was like...
So it's a temporary stay of execution.
Yes, exactly. I'm up on the gallows.
Yeah.
They're like, we're not putting it on yet.
Yeah.
But I was kind of like, okay, thanks.
Yeah. Appreciative.
So I get off the phone. I run around the building telling everyone that I won.
Yeah. I know. Yeah. Literally,
Everyone.
I know.
I'm just fucking yelling
He's
it
got
from the
his fucking
rooftops.
hat on.
Air
He's running
horns
I
are
around.
immediately
out.
put my hat on. I'm running around.
He called me 3 times.
I was like, Jesse, I fucking won.
Yeah, 3 times.
And the only thing this tells me is the DMV knows they're in trouble because...
Or not knows they're in trouble. Knows they have nothing to stand on legally.
Correct, but I think if... And I'm not sure, but if you sold your K because of getting one of these letters and they were going to suspend your stuff...
Yeah.
I'm not a
Right,
lawyer.
right.
I don't see how they don't owe you damages,
Yeah.
if I'm honest.
Yeah.
Apparently, so I called Billy back because I was like, this is crazy. I talked to my lawyer, and he's just like, is this in writing or anything? And I was like, no, but he told me this whole thing, and it must be from your letter. Not knowing that the article was published, and they reached out to him. I know
When did
James
the article
reached out
go
to
up?
him.
Do we know what time?
Middle of the day. I can't tell what time.
I have no idea what time.
Because the Instagram post was, not that that's corresponding with the actual article, but that went up 5-ish, 4:30, 5 o'clock.
Yeah, I
I
don't
wonder when
know.
this went up.
Something. And so, anyways, I call him back. I asked for it in writing. He's super cool, as he has been the whole time. And I was like, hey, before he's like, I got to transfer you to this guy that runs safety. Okay, totally fine. And I was like, hey, before you hang up with me, before you switch me over, does this apply to just me, or does it apply to all people in this position? And he informed me that it applies to everybody that this has happened to.
And
Are they gonna notify
Are they
them?
going to notify people? That's what.
When I was talking to another owner who's been affected, he says he mentioned that Billy told him that they are going to notify all the owners.
Okay, well, that's good.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
So that's huge. Now, whether that happens or not, I don't actually know.
Right.
And they might be just appeasing me or trying to make it so I don't have standard to actually take him to court. Because if I don't get a real suspension, it's not like they made a ruling against me I can bring to court.
Is left in limbo.
But if you're listening, I know a bunch of people that still are in this situation, so we'll
Yeah.
just go to court with them.
Yeah, and whether it's you go to court and
Or
I
it's
go to
Jesse
court
goes to court,
instead.
or it's my cousin,
Yeah.
or it's James, or it's these other people that I know out there.
Many key.
And if they're not going to grant the stay for everybody, I'll talk to my lawyer about taking all the money from Save the K and just paying him to write letters for everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's where we are. Hopefully, I'm not shooting myself in the foot by going through this whole thing, but I still don't think there's no legal standing. But the fight's not over. We definitely have to continue. The Rhode Islanders have to continue to watch to make sure they're not trying to slip through some law to ban these things.
Yep.
Under the cover of darkness. I talked to the other gentleman there who was also like, hey, I'm a car guy. I get it. Hey, maybe they shouldn't be on the highway. I'm like, well, they're not. They're on the highway in Japan. Well, we don't know about cars here. Well, Suzuki Samurai is a Jimny with no structural changes.
Yeah.
and passes FMVSS. The laws that dictate this stuff in Japan are way more stringent than the laws that dictate it here. So, apparently, I'm going to get a decision within 30 days. But when I was talking to the last guy, he was telling me that they hadn't received my letter yet. He told me that they're granting all this stuff because I talked to Jimmy, and Jimmy made it clear that I want to appeal, which doesn't make sense to me. What I think happened is this article broke, and they were like, uh-oh.
Or they started getting more and more calls.
As they should.
Or just something.
I know of a couple guys that have definitely been hounding them about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you surrendered your plates, apparently they're not giving plates back right now. That's my whole never surrender thing.
Curious if you can re-register the vehicle.
You can't. I don't think you can, from who I've talked to that's this been affected by. But there is a stay out there.
So this is going to be similar to the license plate thing, how they suspended that.
You still can't get that.
Okay, so that's not
Yeah,
back.
but that's gone back September 1st, I think.
Yeah. Okay.
So yeah, I gotta, and I had to leave this other guy a voicemail, and he called me right back. He obviously has different views on this whole thing than most of us, but I'm guessing he has zero experience with these vehicles. Maybe he's seen one and had one come down there, but it just doesn't matter. I find it impossible to believe that anyone at the DMV has more training or a deeper understanding of this thing than the entire Japanese automotive industry.
Yeah.
It just doesn't make any sense.
And again, if you're going from a safety standpoint, there are a handful of comparable cars that you can say, well, then why? Is
or
this
every
okay?
motorcycle.
Why is it right? Exactly.
But if you just look at the country they're coming out of, this isn't some like if these were Polish made cars, I get it.
Yeah.
If these were tuk-tuks coming out of like Thailand, I get it.
And that's the thing. Even
So the
then,
Op 850 I want to bring over,
If-
no dice.
If they were like the Trabants and Ladas that are registered in this state and
Which you
aren't
could
getting
come in, no problem.
and aren't getting harassed, I get it.
Yeah.
Because they're countries with lower safety standards. When you have Japan, 30 to 40% of the cars on the roads in America are Japanese that all adhere to the Japanese standards that they just shove over to the Department of Highway whatever guys are.
Yeah.
And they pass no problem without having to change anything. Besides headlights, obviously, because America stinks at headlights.
Headlights and more emissions stuff, especially the newer stuff, more emissions implications.
But I just like it's Japan.
Yeah.
If they're allowing them on the highway, they should be allowed on the highway here. It's crazy to think otherwise. They have big trucks, big cars, little trucks, little cars.
Yeah.
There's literally no difference. It's a first world nation. It's got fast cars, fast highways. Speed limit is literally 3 miles an hour slower than Rhode Island's. All these cars are designed to get 40 miles a gallon and hit 75 miles an hour. So it's just absolutely crazy. It's efficient. It's fun, and you can pull a bunch of shit in the back. For the trucks, the car, there's just no case whatsoever. That's crazy.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's where we're standing. It seems like a victory. It seems like we've won a battle. We haven't won the war, but we got to just keep an eye on legislative stuff if they try to sneak something through. I'm more than happy to talk to these other people, the DMV, and come up with something that works for everybody. But I don't know how you can possibly say they're not good fine on American highways when they're fine on Japanese highways.
And even past the point, like they're allowed to import as a vehicle. It is a vehicle.
Correct. The NHTSA says I can bring it in.
Rhode Island does not say no anywhere.
Yeah.
Right.
But that's what I'm afraid of them sneaking through. But even then, shouldn't the federal laws come above that?
Not always. Because like
It's just like weed stuff.
like weed stuff.
Like
yeah.
weed stuff.
Yeah.
Or like all the Florida cars, they're state legal.
Yeah.
And if you got something that's under 25, as I'm speaking with somebody who thinks it's from that, like
It's not.
it's not from that. First off,
That's how you try to get a key vehicle into the States without it being a road legal.
that's off road.
Yeah,
and also,
off-road only.
like you're violating a very clearly stated law. Yes, the law stinks,
Yeah.
but it's very
But
clearly
it's
stated.
right. Exactly. Yeah.
And it's not show and display a K truck. You can't say that's culturally significant.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess you could try it if it was some weird thing.
Maybe in Rhode Island.
Maybe in Rhode Island.
Yeah. Who knows where it goes?
So, anyways, if you're in Rhode Island, it's certainly worth, I guess, reaching out, or I don't know. I mean, as I said, they told me it's for all the owners. So this is something we're pushing, but still, as I said, I think there's going to be a lot more fight on our hands. I'm certainly also willing to work with people in other states to just have a resource. Like if you have a state in Vermont and if you live in Vermont, if you live in Maine and you have a story that you want to put on Save the K,
Yeah.
and like what you've been going through and how you've been pushing back, hit me up. We'll put it up there. That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
If you have
The
any
best-
resources, like I have a pretty good safety resource that I've put together that I'm not going to put on the website until after it goes to an actual court thing because I don't want to disclose a lot of my information.
Yeah.
But I will certainly, if it requires a letter like what I sent there, I can put up a form. But I'll tell you what, I was not taken seriously at all. As I was treated politely, absolutely. Well, besides the cop guy I spoke with, but I was not taken seriously at all until I got a lawyer involved.
Yeah.
And a lawyer, depending on who you're with, I mean, it's not going to be a ton of money to send a letter, so
Yeah.
might be worth that $100 or so. So yeah, I think I'm still ecstatic. But obviously I know it can change at any moment, but I'm good for the week.
Yeah.
Probably good for a month.
About a month.
At first,
Until
before I
then-
talked to the other guy in safety, I thought they were like maybe just trying to eliminate me having standing to bring him to court.
Yeah.
And just never going to like, no, you're totally fine. Don't worry about it. But the second gentleman I talked to seemed to be like, no, we're going to get with the administrators, come up with a decision, and then talk to you. So you don't have a law.
Right. And how can
'Cause
you
it-
implement something?
Because it doesn't
without-
exist.
And if
That's
you
the problem.
implement a law after this has happened, after this has been on the road in good faith for multiple years, you're taking away value from a property, which counts as seizure.
Yeah.
And if you buy the Pocket Constitution on SaveTheK.com, you'll see the Fourth Amendment does not allow that.
Yeah.
So
You should be in your glove box of your key vehicle.
should be in your glove box. But
Sharpen
yeah,
up on that.
As I said, anybody, if you want to help in any way, reach out, chuck@revivalmotoring.com or just use the sheet on Save the K. I'm really psyched about, like, especially the local states like the New Yorks, the Vermonts, the Maines. If someone I honestly believe if someone in Maine gets a lawyer involved, anyone who's registered before this is going to get them reinstated because that was a nasty way to sneak a law through without notifying the public at all.
I was gonna say, yeah, Maine did them dirty.
During a pandemic, like that's pretty dirty. So seriously, reach out. We'll put some stuff together. I'm really excited about this. As I said, I was like jumping off the fucking walls earlier.
I could hear him yelling on the other side of the warehouse.
Yeah, I was like just driving the Skyline home, just doing the freaking Wolf
Screaming
of
at
Wall
yourself.
Street.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. And I was like, this is what it feels like
Yeah.
to at least vanquish a little bit of silly bureaucracy.
Yeah.
And the fact of the matter is, I said at the beginning, this is just not a case. So, shout to the drive. Shout to James at the drive.
Yep.
Shout to Jalopnik's thinking about running something on this. Shout to anybody who's done Igor's, put it on Apex Automotor. A lot of guys reached out via Apex. A lot of guys reaching out on the website. Obviously, Revival is unbelievable as we can put something together like this. And as I said, if we can, if we just go write everybody letters, the more stickers we sell, the more cash we'll have to have letters writ.
Yeah.
But I would love to put this website, Save the K, together as a way to simply compile information state by state. Obviously, New England, New York's
I was
kind of
gonna say,
easy for
it's-
us.
it's
If I start getting
interesting.
to like Cali and stuff, it's going to be tough.
Stuff. Right. Stuff that we don't understand. We're not familiar with.
And then for everybody who asked me on different things, and I didn't really post it out there, but like, why don't you just register in another state? Like, that doesn't fix the problem.
It's also not that easy.
It's not that easy. I mean, I have addresses. I could, but it's just like, then you're going to get your balls busted for I'm driving a Montana car in Rhode Island, or I'm driving a Connecticut car. Like, eventually someone's going to bust your balls for it, and it's going to bite you in the ass,
I was gonna say-
especially when there's no standing.
Yeah, I was gonna say I've heard stories of cops being assholes. Oh, well, you live here. Why don't you register it here? Just constant stuff
Yeah,
like
well,
that.
I can't.
Exactly.
Dodging
yeah. So
taxes?
it's just-
No, I tried to pay taxes.
Yeah.
So, anyways, don't give up. We're working on it.
The Goonies never say die.
Like you said, the battle's won.
Yeah, we won a battle. I mean, this
could
definitely
just
counts
be
as
the
winning the battle.
beginning. We don't exactly know yet. We'll see how it kind of
If they were smart, this would be the end. They'd just be like, all right, that's that.
Yeah.
We're not going to go off people that have registered them before, and then they're going to try to slip through a law that won't let people register new ones.
Yeah.
I think they're probably going to continue to push. It's such a bad. I mean, look at the assault weapons ban in Massachusetts.
right. And
If
just
you
how
want to
that
see
works.
precedent and
Yeah.
you can't take them away, you can ban people from having them again. I mean, if
Yeah.
they can't do that with that, which are obviously possibly a threat to the public, I'm a big sports guy, so. But K's, like, how could you even say this is a danger to the public? They're cute. Kids love them.
It's true.
most
Kids, young and all.
And
Most
there's-
adults.
if
most
you look
people
at-
on the road love them.
You look
Yeah,
at what
yeah.
happens when you crash a motorcycle, you'd be lucky to be in a K.
I literally own a K version of a motorcycle, the Honda Ground.
Right, and you can drive on the highway, no
Anywhere.
problem.
I go wherever I want.
And if you get an accident on that thing,
You're dead.
curtains.
You're pretty much dead.
In the States, and that's your decision,
And you can
though.
wear a helmet, too.
I've been passed by
I was
you.
gonna say,
You don't have to.
Is that what it's going to take? Is you're just going to have to helmet up in the K?
Yeah, I mean, it's
No, you don't have to helmet up on a motorcycle.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
true.
yeah. Oh, shit. Yeah, I
Yeah,
forgot.
Rhode
Maybe
Rhode
register
Island.
them as motorcycles. I don't care. It costs less money. But
Yeah.
Did you get that little son of a
Close.
bitch?
Close. Give me a minute.
We got a fucking gnat flying
See,
around.
so, anyways,
That's a
yeah.
piece of dust.
And I put a bunch of work in, as I said, on a safety thing that I just have to
Yeah.
put a little bit of research in. And once I have that and can present it, I'll let everybody have it, and then it'll push back a little bit. I just gotta, I don't know, we might need some Japanese translation and some guys that are deeper researchers than I am on the internets.
Well, it's a good update. It's a W for now.
sure is.
We'll
SaveTheK.com.
we'll keep tabs on it, and
KEI.
yeah, we'll just keep fighting the good fight.
Yeah. I'll have an update all the time. If we go a week without an update, that's a victory.
Oh yeah. If not, if we don't hear for a little while, yeah.
But yeah, you know, I did say I asked for this in writing, and they said they have to receive my letter first, and then they'll write back.
So we're at what? What is it? Return of the Jedi? No.
Yeah, we're Return of the
We're
Jedi.
Return of the Jedi.
Return of the
We're
Jedi.
potentially going into Empire Strikes Back. We just don't know.
No, that's
We're in
backwards.
episode
That's
5.
All right.
wrong way.
Which I
Wrong
can't
way.
remember.
Wrong
I'm
way.
trying to
That's
make
okay.
a good reference.
We're
here.
Return of the Jedi, though. We just did Empire Strikes Back.
Okay.
And now we have whatever the new ones are called.
7.
Not as important.
7, 8, and 9.
Yeah, that's all I know. As.
All right. B for B. B for B.
In case you guys haven't heard me talk enough right now.
We're just gonna really stretch his fucking.
Bucks for the Boys is the way that we monetize this podcast, so we don't have to have a million ads at the beginning. It's been super, super helpful to us. I think Josh can attest to that. Well, he drinks water while I say that. Well, I cue him in on this. It's value for value. What we ask is if this podcast is worth anything to you, throw us some bucks here and there. You know what I mean? If you want to send, we have revivalmotoring.com/B for B, Bucks for the Boys, which allows you to kind of sign up for a little subscription, 50 cents an episode, $1 an episode, whatever you want, all the way up to $20 a month, right?
So the donation amounts are $2, $5, $10, and $20, and that's what you can add to your cart, and that is the Bucks for the Boys system. Or if you want to make a one-time donation, you can just go to PayPal and info@revivalmotoring.com and use that for your one-time donation.
And if you don't got bucks to throw at us, which is fine, send us a hot news lead, which I have one from a wonderful listener, an event callback, maybe even a shitty Photoshop as me as Moses, whatever you like. Any shitty Photoshops, designs, anything you want to do, anything that'll help us kind of like progress the podcast. We really appreciate it. And we're never, well, not never. I mean, if we get paid, but it's very unlikely we're going to get popular enough to go behind a paywall.
Oh, yeah. No, that.
or even any of that stuff.
I can't ever see that happen.
And we don't want to. We just want to keep doing as we're doing it. If you don't donate, we're going to still do it for no money.
Yeah.
But we appreciate anything that comes our way.
And in truth, there are added benefits to being a
There are bennies.
subscriber. For instance,
Yes.
currently right now on our website, in our shop, you can buy yourself some prints.
Yes.
Got those up for sale. You want to grab one? Great. Snag one. If you are a B4B subscriber,
Yes.
in about a week or so, I'm going to compile all the B4Bs and, dare I say, pull one out of a hat, and you're going to be sent a free print.
Nice. So we're gonna, we reward Bucks for the Boys. We have little drawings the whole time. We give you guys stuff every
Some
time we hit
drawings, there'll
levels.
be random stuff sent in the mail, all that sort of stuff.
Also, what I'd like to mention is if you're listening and you donate to the podcast and get a buddy who doesn't,
Lean on them.
lean on them a little bit. You know what I mean?
Shoot
Send
'em in
us
the
a
foot.
message with your send us a message with your donation saying what a cheapskate this guy is.
Yeah, call him out.
This guy's a fucking
Let's drag
cheapskate.
his name through the mud.
Yeah. And
Give
then
me
he
his
can
name.
call
We'll
you
talk
back.
shit about him.
Then he can donate and call you a fucking asshole. I would love that. So yeah, I mean, you know, when you send in any of this, we do a lot. You can just write us a message. We'll read it on the old TV,
I got them right
whatever we're on. And if you put in the PayPal, you can do a $69.69 or a $420.69. So she'll blows the wheels off his drift car. And then you can call your friend a douchebag for not contributing at all. Listen to
God.
us all the time.
You know how people like pay celebrities on Patreon to like break up with their girlfriends?
Yeah,
and
we'll
stuff
do
like
that for you.
I would in a heartbeat. Give me something, please.
We'll call your buddies a douche. We'll shut out your business. Whatever.
Yeah.
Get us a couple bucks.
I saw the
I'll
episode.
say the baby isn't yours, whatever it is
Yeah,
you want.
baby
I don't
is
care.
not yours.
Yeah.
I saw The Simpsons the other day. It was Homer did that.
Yeah.
People would pay him to break up with their
Perfect.
significant others.
There's nothing
Chuck will
as
do it.
fun
Corey
as
will do it.
if you know your buddy listens to the podcast and one of us calls him a douchebag for not giving us money.
Yeah.
So
Hell.
we appreciate that.
There could be all sorts of shout outs. Yeah.
Chuck runs on that.
So yeah, this is shit, runs on pure hatred. So anyways, we have come up with a way to let you know how well we've been doing with Bucks for the Boys and how much our podcast means to you guys, and it's bucks per episode. And so from our last episode to now, we take how many listens we've had
Yep.
and how much bucks have been donated.
How many
And we
bucks?
come up with how many bucks we get per listen, which is astonishing to tell us how good we are to you. And what are we at?
Where's the spreadsheet?
We're at 6 cents.
6 cents a listen.
We are steady.
3 weeks through 3
Steady
weeks
6
strong.
cents a listen.
Steady 6 cents.
So that means there's a lot of people out there that can call their friends douchebags.
So many.
That's a good amount.
So many.
So many. A lot of things are moving. A lot of things are shaking. It's going to take a lot to break 6 cents.
It's got to take a lot to break
There's
6
ups,
cents.
there's downs.
We're still at 6 cents.
We're still at 6
Still
cents.
at 6 cents,
Which is good.
Good?
It's
Yes.
great.
Well, no, I mean 6 cents is not good.
Oh,
It's good
It's
for us.
better than
it's
five.
better than 5
Better than
cents.
five.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's
Better than
one,
four.
but it's not too
It's
far
one-
from one.
It's one better than 5, technically.
It's 600 times better than 1.
Ooh.
It's
It's a
closer
lot
to
better than one.
It's a lot better
it's
than
closer to 10 than it is 1.
It is closer to 10. I'm just saying, generally,
We
I
can,
would
we
pay-
can
Yeah.
spin it any way you
Oh
want.
my god. Well, we start again for reference. We started at like 12 cents.
yeah, that was serious.
I think that was like for week 1.
But we had 24 listeners. And we donated.
The schematic of everything was wildly off at that
That
point.
was only
yes.
like 10 episodes ago. But at the same time,
Yeah.
Yeah.
we didn't know what was happening.
Yeah.
However,
Now I feel as if we have enough analytics and metrics to understand.
but it's
here's
interesting
where
to
we're
me
at.
that we don't give at least 50 cents worth of value to the people that listen to us.
Yeah,
we
they're
give
overpaying.
6 cents.
They're overpaying.
It's just like, I mean, there's a lot of notes.
How much is a coffee?
Yeah.
Jesus. But anyways, we appreciate anything. We appreciate the leads. Anything you send us.
truly. And I was saying this to the boys earlier. Like it genuinely does help because it just kind of gives us
It evens out our cash flow.
the flexibility to do cooler stuff. Like, actually, there's been a couple things. Like, all right, we've been doing the B for B. We didn't go buy a TV. That was donated to us.
that was donated
So that's not like how we're
by the
spending
richest
this.
man we know.
Yeah, so that was a gift, just like our other sign, which we still have. Shouts to everybody at Mystic Scene.
Yeah, we're going to mount that in the entryway.
The reason we switched, and I've been meaning to say this, the reason we switched over to TV because one, it was given to us, and I thought, oh shit, I have a wonderful idea. This makes it very easy for the rest of our podcasts on the network to put their logos up on the wall and have a bit more of a presence when they record their shows. So that's what takes place. None of those guys are on video just yet. Maybe eventually they will be.
I think we're better off without them.
But for the time being, this allows them to put their logos up there, feel more comfortable, get in here, and produce some good quality content for everybody. So, again, the B for B just truly allows us to be a little more flexible, get some more stock in versus doing pre-orders all the time, which on some things we have to do pre-orders. And if you've seen everything, you'd understand why. But this is just a helpful thing that we truly appreciate. We joke about it, but we absolutely genuinely appreciate all the help that we get from everybody, and we love you and thank you for contributing. So
We get some messages.
we do have some messages. So
Let's hear them.
we just have a message from Audi Exclusive. Just shouts to him. Hope you are doing well, sir.
Exclusive, man.
Another.
That's the realness. You see his car?
Yeah.
No, I didn't.
You didn't see how exclusives? He got his 2.7 S4.
Oh, yeah, no, I haven't.
Terrible car, but
Jesse's shaking.
he's put all the money into it to make it good again. So he's paid for it twice.
Yeah.
And it's in great shape. It looks
have-
beautiful. It really does. It's going
Have
to be fast.
a message here from Christopher Hammond.
He did it right, which is not cheap, which we all know.
Yes.
Message here from Christopher Hammond. Shouts to him.
Christopher Hammond,
I don't
big
know if
shout.
he's related to Richard.
Is there a message or is it just a...
Keep up the amazing podcast. Been listening for a while. It's
we
my
appreciate
morning
it.
podcast on Thursday. First thing I put on, and I just die laughing the whole time. Well, hey, thanks,
Dude,
man.
we can't appreciate you enough,
Truly,
man. That's
thank you very
awesome.
much.
Thank you.
Mitchell Hoyt, no message.
Mitchell Hoyt.
Harold
Big shout.
Price, Ben
Harold
Renke,
Price.
Benjamin Russell.
Benjamin Russell.
He
Shouts
writes.
to English.
He just
Benji.
writes. God save the Queen.
God save the Queen.
Let's see. Paul Norton, keep up the good
Oh,
work.
no, thanks, buddy.
Zane Lacko.
Zane Lacko. Zane's a hard name. Like that.
You
Yes,
boys.
I like Zane.
This is what he writes. You boys go buy yourself a couple 2-3 milk crates for a milk crate challenge vlog. But seriously, y'all embrace the best of car culture, and I enjoy listening weekly. Shouts
Zane,
to you,
that's
buddy.
awesome, man.
And I will not be caught dead on milk crates.
Yeah, that's a
I
bad
enjoy
idea.
watching it. Watching it. They're hilarious.
Shook wants to do it.
I'll
Yeah.
go up 2 or 3. That's it.
Shook, could you do the milk crate challenge?
He says it's smoking.
Do you know what the milk crate challenge is? You'll
He'll
sprint
sprint
it?
it.
Okay.
All right, field works.
Well, perhaps we need some milk crates.
Smoking, no
Can't truck from
issue.
milk crates.
The last one, actually, no, there's a couple more. Cade Marsh.
Cade.
And then we have some PayPal donors.
Yeah, what do we got?
Louis Rebello
Louis Rebello, big shout, buddy.
just
Thank
writes,
you.
B for B, you guys are awesome. Been listening since the beginning. What the hell is wrong with me?
That's incredible, man. I'm sorry.
I feel the
Shouts to
same.
you, man. Thank you very much. And last but certainly not least, let's see, Jamie Romano.
Jamie Romano.
After selling a bunch of rare parts, invest in some more rare parts to sell. It's not a lot, but I can thank you all. The commuting hours you've made my way much more enjoyable for me. Also helped me with my sanity during the Spain to Denmark trip by sending you some euros for the boys. Keep up the good work. It's like hanging out with good buddies while listening in a shitty VW gazillion miles away. Thanks. I can contribute on any other way. Just let me know. Shouts to you,
Thanks,
Jamie.
man.
So that was
Seriously.
not from stock who shipped me those polo parts.
Not
Yep.
for
And
stock.
we were talking about his
Animal.
distance.
Yep.
5,000 kilometers.
No shit.
Yeah.
I just want to say to everybody that writes that stuff, like, you don't know how
Yeah.
wild that is for us.
Yeah.
Because, like, we're standing here in an empty room.
You're international.
And again,
Yeah,
it's
it's crazy.
You're international.
it's very difficult. That's why we like shows so much, and that's why we kind of pump those up as much. Obviously, they're good shows, but like it gives us an opportunity to put faces to names because we look at our numbers, we look at kind of analytics, things of that nature. We see the messages, but when we receive stuff like that and actually talk to people in person, it makes it like way more real.
Yeah.
Because
Wait a
Yeah,
minute.
when I can look someone in the eye, shake their hand, and say, "Hey, man, thanks for listening."
Yeah.
it means more. I mean,
Also, I
to
was-
me personally.
Yeah.
No, for sure. It's funny because I was talking to my wife the other day, and she had like a weird interaction with somebody. It's like, listen, you don't understand. Like, I talk to people that know more about my cars and my shit than my good friends do, and sometimes they just don't tell me what their name are. Like,
Yeah.
hey, Chuck, what's up with your GTR, man? And I'll have this whole conversation, but all right, later, brah. So,
Yeah.
please just tell me what your name is.
Yeah, your real name, not your Instagram name. Your real name.
No, your Instagram name too.
Yeah.
I love talking to people. I'll bullshit all day.
yeah,
Oh, yeah. So, anyways, big show, man. It means a ton to us.
Oh, and also another side note about Jamie. He drove the Nürburgring.
The new
Oh,
version.
jeez.
Of course, he is.
on his
Yeah.
way back.
What?
On his
On his way
back
there.
too.
Guy's a monster.
On his way there, yeah.
Guy's a monster. Big show, man.
It looks like a hell of a trip.
Living the goddamn dream.
It did.
Living the dream. All right. Bucks for the boys. Well,
That was it. So yes, thank you very much, everybody. We'll see what next week brings. And again,
I'm feeling 7 cents.
everybody who subs to that system, again, you're already eligible to win some stuff. So that's coming up pretty soon. Time to cue the old. News.
I-
Cue the news.
I got a callback news.
Okay.
Kind of a Bucks for the boys type thing.
Yep.
First of all, my man's FF Metalworks, who's the best, Dennis. Ransom Pete sent my K trim to him in Canada because they wouldn't ship it to America for some reason.
Lovely.
And then he sent it to me. I got it. It fit right on the car. It looks perfect. I can't thank you enough. Thank you guys both so
That's
much.
a huge shout out.
Huge show.
Nice.
FF Metalworks sends me a message. Hey, do you like dumb stuff for the podcast? Here's some dumb Mazda EV thing, the Mazda MX-30. Only sold in 2 provinces in Canada. 42,000 Canucks bucks.
Oh, yeah.
160 kilometers a charge. So I translated this to
Please
America.
do. Yeah.
So in America, this thing costs $33,470. It gets 100 miles of range. It is only available in the one province we don't care about, California. And after incentives, it's $25,000. It has a 33.5 kilowatt battery pack. And I have a note in here. I think Mazda makes some of the best affordable SUVs today.
Yes.
This is not one of them.
This misses the mark because they've been hitting lately.
I think it makes all the marks.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
Every single
Every
one.
single one.
Yeah.
Yeah, for 40-something grand. I mean, what's a Model 3 cost? 50?
No, not even. No, not that much.
35.
Yeah, you can get a rear-wheel drive one for it's like 35, 36 or something, which has
More miles.
3.5 times the mileage.
Yeah.
And way I just
Way nicer. Yeah.
maybe they're trying to fool the Californians, but I don't understand.
Yeah. So sorry. the
Trey?
Rear-wheel drive standard range model 3, 35,690.
And I'm not a shill for Tesla or anything,
Yeah.
Oh, don't even get me started.
but it's not a good deal. That's crazy. And as I said, I like all the new Mazda stuff. They're like 5 truck things, SUV.
yeah. No, that's
incredible for the money.
That's a pretty good
The
one.
3, same thing. They make really nice stuff now. They had a couple years where everything they made rusted out, like the early 3s.
It's called, I think when it was a protege.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Protege.
Real-
Real,
that.
real scary thing. All the 4s too. All the Mach 4s are rusting out as well.
Oh yeah, no, they're bad too.
And that's
Yeah,
expected.
Must use that same metal.
But anyways, Mazda now is doing great. This missed the mark. Maybe there's some market I don't know about. But 100 miles is weak. There's 100 miles. You figure you get up 80 miles, you get 20 left. You're like, this thing's just going to shut off.
What's the name of that thing again? What MX-30?
MX-30.
It's just gonna shut off
I think
any
I
moment
might-
now.
This thing is just going to shut off.
Yeah.
I think I have twice the mileage on that on my electric bicycle, and it probably goes the same speed.
Oh,
It does.
it absolutely does.
Does it
Yeah.
look cool?
I mean, it's okay looking. It doesn't look stupid.
Eh,
Okay, it looks kind of stupid.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just like cool, whatever.
It's
I
a
don't know.
thing.
Not cool.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah,
thing.
it's weird. I hope Mazda puts together a better offering.
A
Yeah.
proper
I mean,
one.
it's a
Yeah.
35K battery pack. That's pretty weak.
Is that Mazda's first like step into electric?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. So
First
you,
major.
so you start there.
Yeah.
They started where everybody else started like a decade ago.
Exactly.
That's what I was looking at. That's what I was trying to figure out. I'm like, wait, did this thing come out, 8
No,
years ago?
and
And
that's
it's
what I
just
thought,
been,
too.
but it's
The
like,
year
no.
2000.
It's like an Echo.
Yeah, exactly. It was Tesla Roadster and Mazda had this thing, but nobody talked about
The
it.
MX-30.
Yeah.
I think
yeah.
the electric Ford Ranger had a better range.
Oh, substantially.
I
I think the
did
electric
it?
Jeep has a better range.
I
yeah.
thought the electric Ford Ranger was really bad, like
No,
50 miles.
I think that's what like the Porsche 918 does on
Yeah.
battery alone.
like the one like the early
the
2000s.
early one, yeah.
and where it just had a bunch of car batteries looped together in the bed.
In the bed and in the front.
just
Yeah,
this experiment.
yeah.
Euro Gaming said it has RX-8 rear doors. Does
It
it?
does actually, yeah.
How do-
That was one thing I noticed. They're like kind of suicide
Oh, it's
doors.
it's like the chicken wing door.
Yeah.
Igor mentioned, how do I send bucks for Jesse?
I don't know how
You
I
have
get
a cell
bucks.
phone number, man. Just
Yeah.
Cash App, baby.
Venmo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways, weird car.
Definitely a weird
shout
car.
out to FF for let me talk about weird electric stuff.
Awesome dude. Hopefully we can
Yes, dude.
come together at some point when they allow us to
Touch tips.
Touch Canada again.
travel on the same piece of land.
Exactly. Allow us to go through the imaginary border.
Yeah.
So the range on that Ranger,
Yep.
best case scenario was 115 miles.
That's why they call it the Ranger.
Worst case scenario was 57.9.
Ooh.
So,
I'll gamble.
oh, actually, and here
I'm a
we go.
gambling man.
Yeah, it was 65.1 is probably
How
the most
small is a
accurate.
battery pack?
It's like 4 batteries.
Yeah, it's not very big.
It's like 4 Bosch batteries in the
Yeah,
back
it's
of
just
the
like just
Yeah, yeah.
piggybacked.
Yeah.
Nice.
Or Sprinter batteries.
But again, this was back in 1998.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
Oh,
battery,
never
battery
mind.
technology.
That's
Yeah.
yeah. Okay. So wow.
So that was
Yeah.
mind bending.
So this is a 20-year-old stat.
Matter
on
of
this
fact,
Mazda.
let me pull this a little bit more. Production was from 1997 to
I thought you were talking about the new Ranger EV.
No,
I was
no,
like,
no.
Jesus, that
Yeah,
thing
yeah.
sucks that
no,
bad.
the original
Yeah,
EV
the
Ford Ranger.
Yeah.
Oh, that's hilarious.
Yeah, the one you can find on eBay.
Equivalent
right.
To the current Mazda
Yeah.
MX-30.
Shouts to Tom.
So that's why I wondered.
No, the MX-30 is 25 years newer and has
Same
slightly
thing.
more mileage.
Yeah.
But it's got these cool doors.
Yeah.
Chicken wing door.
It probably has
The old
Android
chicken
Auto.
wing. Yeah, deep Android Auto integration.
I'm glad you reminded me because you called this news kind of a callback. I did have a callback.
Yeah.
Shouts to Topics Under the Stairs.
Yes.
They had Bruce on recently.
I've downloaded it.
Please.
I've heard it's incredible.
Go listen
What's
to
Bruce
this.
do? Can you give me a little synopsis?
Owns a tattoo shop.
Okay.
They'll-
Recently built a air-cooled bug.
Okay.
He was at Wolf's Cart.
He is just one
Nice.
of the most charismatic,
I've heard incredible
incredibly
things about this
spoken.
podcast.
So he's a dude.
just
a dude.
just such a
Yeah.
good story,
He's a douche
like
dude.
no baloney, just fucking pure,
Straight dude.
Yeah.
right.
Go listen to it because it's a fucking phenomenal episode. I mean, go listen to all of them, but like this one just sucked me in. Yeah, I want to, I don't know, maybe make a video, do something with him as well because it's very, very good. So again, there's that was probably the callback I was thinking of, but I just finished listening to that today. So go check that out.
All right.
Porsche
Porsche.
is finally allowing the paint to sample on the Taycan.
I got some of that news, and it's not only paint to sample.
PTS.
They got 63 new paint options.
Oh.
Mhm.
And did you see what it includes?
Ruby Stone.
It includes acid green, Riviera blue, ruby stone,
Mm.
moonlight blue metallic, and viola metallic.
Is Moonlight Blue that 930 turbo color? That's
No, that was
flowing?
Moonstone. I wish.
Moonstone. Okay.
You could paint to sample it. They also mentioned that it had deep Android Auto integration. I don't know what that
What
means.
is deep?
And do you
I don't
want,
mind. My shit's pretty deep.
Do you want an Android that deep?
I don't
Just
think I do.
saying. No, I wouldn't.
And it's supposedly more efficient, but there's no numbers. So that's saying it's definitely more efficient.
Doesn't matter. Just give me a
It's just
funny
deeper.
color.
Exactly. Give me Ruby Stone.
This allows the use of Android smartphones in closer integration with Porsche communication management infotainment system. Google Assistant voice commands can be used to activate phone functions and apps from selected lists deemed to be suitable for use while driving. The infotainment system, which also features Apple CarPlay support, has also been refined. There are basic UI updates, and the point of interest system now prioritizes online search results to better get drivers to where they want to go.
So by deep, I
So
think
It
I
was a
mean
software update.
It
Yeah,
does,
yeah,
it does
yeah.
everything mine does.
It works
and
on
it's not
Androids
advertised.
now.
Bit of a firmware update.
So you can tell
yeah.
Google to do things still.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I could
think
do
it
that
works
on
the
my
same way.
2008 1 Series.
Yep.
Great.
Shouts to them. What else do we have for news?
You got anything over there, Josh?
I got something that is an article from Jalopnik. So NYC is going to get a congestion charge for driving downtown in Manhattan.
Okay, London.
This gets me.
So that makes me
So
laugh
that's
because
some wanker stuff.
many
right there.
years ago,
Yeah.
I was, dare I say, lubed up
Yes.
at Wolfscart,
Oh,
matter
boy.
of
Okay,
fact,
yeah.
at
Slick.
Mr. Doyle's house. And I was trying to explain to the crew, if you will, what the congestion charge was in London.
Right.
I failed horrifically, but
like
I
a
guess it
trillion
was really
dollars.
funny.
But you tried real hard.
But I tried real hard. But I still remember that story to this day. So congestion charge always reminds me of this.
So they don't have a real date that's been set. They have to do like some fact-finding missions. In short, New York City is going to make you pay extra to drive on the road you already paid for with your taxes in the car you already paid taxes on and will pay taxes every day to continue to own.
And if it's small, they'll take it away.
And it'll raise $1 billion a year for the city to squander. And the thing that really gets me about this whole thing is, and I might be a bit of a liberty guy, it weirds me out how Jalopnik pitches this as a good thing, and because it's going to put money towards public transportation
What's all
on
they
an,
take?
on an automotive enthusiast blog.
That's
You know what I mean?
Right.
The
Derek-
groupthink is strong over there.
That's
Like it's
doesn't fit.
maybe it's just a transportation blog now. And don't get me wrong, I read Jalopnik all the time, but it's just like that's how Clarkson was always good with like the biker stuff, and
Right.
it always gave it the edge. You know what I mean? And I think when you're reading this, you're like, this is a car for like motorhead people, but the comment section looks like Twitter, and they're all like, oh great, this will force people to take public transportation. Like,
Yeah.
are we on an automotive enthusiast website?
Yeah. Or they just.
I mean, don't get me wrong. I understand it sucks to driving downtown, but like, shouldn't you be like, oh, this kind of stinks?
Yeah.
Maybe not. I don't know.
Yeah.
It's not cool to say that, I guess, but
Yeah.
it's true.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
I'm
know,
not a fan of
is
mass
any-
transit.
Is anybody
personally.
like?
I mean, mass transit's fine, but like, you're
Or
not,
just using
so
it, I just
you
don't-
are a car enthusiast. You're taking your car to New York for like Sevens Day, and now you have to pay extra money. And this is spun as a good
Right,
thing on a website that's all about car enthusiasm. It's just weird.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
And do you really think that money is going to go to anything worthwhile? Nope.
No.
I mean, as
No,
some,
it's gonna go.
You've been on New York City public transit that already gets funded in the billions.
Yeah.
Smells
Yeah.
like pee-pee.
yeah,
Smells like
Always
pee-pee.
every.
I
piece
actually
of it.
really like the subway in New
Covered
York.
in
but
poo-poo?
I heard it's been
Probably
bad recently.
Somebody eating a rat or taking a shit in the corner.
Free rats.
Yeah.
feces.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
Never,
I
never
still
forget
read
the
you all the
rat
time.
dragging the pizza.
The
slice.
pizza slice is the best.
I still read you all the time, Jalopnik, because sometimes you confuse me.
Yeah.
So yeah, I had that. You guys got anything else? I got some other shit.
I got this little one. It's not really a piece of news. It's just an article that came out about Moto 1 that I found entertaining.
Yeah.
101-year-old gentleman named Mr. Harold Baggett.
Oh, like that name.
He drove his very first car at 10 years old. It was a Ford Model T.
Great car.
He then went on, it was always 10 years old at the time he drove it, which was even more impressive.
Also, somehow not restricted in Rhode Island, despite being less
Totally
safe
okay.
less safe than a K truck.
He then went on to purchase his a Ford 8, which I'm actually not sure what that is, in 1937.
Yeah.
And then moved on to purchase 20 more Ford vehicles throughout his life, as well as 140 more Ford commercial vehicles for his company.
Jesus.
He was a coach builder.
Nice.
And Ford recently got together with him and gave him a 1915 Model T and a Mustang Mach-E and let him drive them to kind of experience where he started and where they have come throughout the years. It was a hoot.
Was it like, you know what? Model T's still better.
In a way.
That's awesome.
In a way.
That's the best kind of old dude.
He's since the age of 10, I've retained my interest in motoring, and today I find myself interested in the switch to electrification following the government phasing out of traditional combustion engines I'm used to. So, like, he's like, listen, like, I gotta get a feel of it because the government's taking over. They're kind of pushing all this stuff out. I can't really enjoy the stuff I want to enjoy. Also, he's 101, so what's he really enjoying at this point, right?
Just fucking living, buddy.
No, but he's not like out there like driving around every day, you know?
What's he daily? C63 AMG?
I have reminisced about my driving history with the Model T and seen what the future has in store. It was exciting to get behind the wheel of what I expect to see my great-grandchildren will be driving someday.
That's badass.
It was cool. There's this like little photo of him. I'm a big old person guy. No, I think they're cool people. You know, they've lived a life. They've seen a lot of shit. Like they don't have time for you.
Yeah.
But here he is, standing in front of both of them. Just an absolute boss.
Yeah, dude. That's when the men are men.
That's pretty sweet.
That's when the men were men and the goats were scared out there.
Yeah.
So
I like that.
It was just a good feel-good article. It was on Motor 1. It caught my eye. It's just funny to see this guy. He's 101 years old. There's also this photo of him and his entire family. You should go check it out. This guy, I think this is like peak for this guy right here. So good for him. Also, driving a Model T when you're 10 years old. I mean,
I need everyone to know I got a late Bucks for the Boys entry.
Yep.
From Igor. And it says, shout out to Shay for coming from California to the event. And shout out to Jesse for knocking over the Subaru sign. And he gave us 6969.
That's right.
yeah.
So
man,
shout out
awesome.
to Igor for
Huge shout
that great
to
number.
Igor.
If you
We'll have
want
to-
us to read the number,
Thank
just
you,
say it.
Igor.
And I know he
Yeah.
wants us to read 6969.
We'll have to
Oh,
tack
yeah,
that
that's-
until next week's number. That could
69,420.
push us over to the 7
I think
cent
it
mark.
could. I think it could.
We'll
That
see.
might-
Thanks, Igor. Appreciate
Yeah.
it, man. And we all appreciate Jesse. We'll talk that story in a minute.
Yeah.
I got another interview kind of story.
Okay.
Road and Track has a great interview up with the new Nissan Z chief engineer, Hiroshi Tamura. And I read it. It's a great short article, but a quote he put that was like super zen, super Japanesey was it's not chasing a number or power or 0 to 60. You can go to the track, but the most important thing is to enjoy a conversation with the car.
I like that.
I like that too.
Enjoy a conversation with the car.
Didn't he also say the new Z is a dance partner?
Yeah,
Or-
he
or-
said,
okay,
yeah,
there's
to think of it as a
something-
dance partner. He also mentioned that they do come with the wheels on. Those are forged raised wheels, which is pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And he talks about protecting the manual transmission
Yeah.
and how that's a big thing for him. So
Priority.
it's just a good article. If you got, it's like a 5-minute read. This guy definitely fucks. I'll tell you that for sure.
Yep.
And he talks about how it's not just like, yes, it's based on the old chassis, but they did a lot to it to make it a better car. Having driven, I think Igor actually has, not surprisingly, Igor's the best, but he and a buddy co-own 370Z Nismo edition, and it is really, really good on the track. He saved it from a drift build. Someone had it as a drift build.
Good work. Thank you.
He saved. That's the one he bent it. Remember he bent the bar in half.
Now I remember that. Story.
And I was talking to Bear, who's been building drift cars for a long time. He's like, yeah, every cheap control arm thing they just fold in half. It drives so goddamn good on track. I was really impressed with that car. So This 400, or not the 400, they won't call it that, but this new Z
Yeah, new Z.
is going to be it should be a really great car. So excited for that. And for the money,
Tough to beat.
impossible to beat.
Yeah, very tough to beat. I have a couple quick ones here. So way back when we spoke about a YouTuber jumping a creek in a TRX.
Yeah.
Yes.
He was hit with, was charged with 18 criminal counts.
Was that my fair whistling
For-
diesel?
Not that guy.
Different guy.
Different
Okay.
guy.
18 criminal, but it was on
18
private
criminal
land.
counts for the antics in his since deleted video. He now is being forced to pay $53,000.
Wow. 18 counts for jumping a river?
A creek. It was all environmental
Oh,
stuff.
so we sank it.
No, he jumped clear over it. Yeah, but
He
like,
didn't sink it. He landed it fine.
yeah,
Okay.
he landed over
I
it.
saw one yesterday. Great truck.
They sent out 2 investigators to farm where the video was filmed. They assessed that several crimes had been committed, including but not limited to the disturbance of waterways and watersheds, misuse of property and waters, littering, polluting waters. Investigators led by, I don't care who's led by, he would no longer talk to them. They did charge him eventually and ended up in court on August 24th, and thus he was given the massive penalty of the $53,000. So it looks like
Sounds
he's
like-
being forced.
Did he not bring a lawyer?
Sounds like they don't like smaller vehicles.
Bastards.
But there's actual laws, at least, that they.
Yeah,
Maybe
sounds like
tried
he
to
violated a real
use.
law.
Yeah.
Yeah,
they
it
What
says
was the
that-
law
real
they said he
laws.
broke?
There's a handful of
A lot of environmental stuff.
a lot of
That's bullshit
EPA
anyway.
based stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Those
Yeah.
are pretty loosey-goosey laws there.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, the environmental police are driving Yamaha Banshees around ripping wheelies when nobody's looking. I see you. Also, if we beat this this
a
K
reservoir.
thing, speed limits are next. Consider yourself on notice.
Another quick one. Saudi Arabia buys minority stake in Pagani.
I saw that.
Saudi
like
Arabia,
a 25% minority stake, right?
Yeah,
As a country.
as a
A
country.
country just bought a quarter of Bugatti.
No, of who?
Bugatti.
Pagani.
Oh,
Pagani.
Pagani.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Horatio.
That's
Yes.
perfect because that actually ties into something I had that I wanted to bring up.
Holy shit,
they
that's
purchased-
hilarious.
25% of Pagani. I mean, does anyone know why?
I can't even catch a fucking break. Meanwhile,
so-
we're getting public Paganis.
Let's see.
They
This
use them as
article
cop
comes
cars.
from, again, The Drive. So buying a new Pagani is certainly a flex, though it may not be enough if you are a Saudi Arabian official. Instead, the real move is to buy a minority stake in Pagani on the country's behalf so it can branch out from just making hypercars to dabbing in the lifestyle segment as well. The move has been described by Pagani as a long-term strategic partnership that will allow the boutique automaker to do more than build cars while also benefiting Saudi Arabia's public investment fund. There's
I love the way they spend money.
I'm not going to lie, but if I was looking for good PR, wouldn't let Pagani buy a quarter of my company.
Back up.
I wouldn't let, I mean, Pagani's
Saudi
fine. I wouldn't let
Arabia?
Saudi Arabia.
Yeah.
yeah.
Lifestyle.
What happens if they don't like your style? You get chopped up in the embassy?
Yeah. Carried out in suitcases.
Dude, I'm not into that.
That was
I'm
a
not into
barbecue. No, that was just a barbecue.
I know they're one of our staunchest allies.
ordered
Had a quick barbecue.
ordered about 200 pounds worth of meat that night.
Jesus,
yeah,
terrible.
Just a normal Tuesday.
Yeah, I mean, it's hilarious. I think that's all.
Oh my god, I did not
Did
realize
this just happen?
what is happening right now.
Oh my God, who did
Jesus
that?
Christ.
Oh, that's
Shook, did you do that?
That's pretty good.
That was sent in just recently. Okay.
Someone sent in me as Lady Justice.
They should have made the sort of wiener.
Shook, do you know who was it? Oh, Pete
Shouts
did
to
that?
Pete from
Oh my
Ransom.
God, Pete, that's
Yeah.
wow.
Yeah.
Also, the ultimate look of concern on your face.
Yeah, I just wish he didn't make my arm so
That was
big.
I'm gonna pretend it's not that hot out. Yeah.
The sword
I
is
honestly didn't
not
think it was that hot.
Japanese enough. I'm just putting that.
Yeah,
out
we'll work
Yeah.
on the sword. Pete,
Give me a
that's
katana.
huge.
Yeah. All right.
Just piggybacking off of that quick. There's a gentleman who
Got the
drove
hat right.
his Pagani cross country, not on like
US?
a rally or anything like that.
Across
Just
Italy, like 50 miles?
no, like across like the United States.
No shit.
Not like on one of these silly rallies or anything
How many
like that.
Paganis did he have?
One.
Oh, shit.
3,000 miles. It was Hartford to Indiana, Indiana to Wyoming, Wyoming to Bay Area, California, where her stops across the country. So it sounds like a hell of a way to put more miles on your car, right? Actually
Yep.
driving it.
That's
than
great.
Any of those cars would ever see.
Yep.
I paid a lot of money for this. I'm going to drive across the country.
Hartford to Indiana is more miles than those cars will ever see. That's
Yeah.
amazing.
His Instagram is one slow CRX. So it's worth checking out. Also, like, never wash the car. It's just filthy.
That's
that's
awesome.
fucking
I think
amazing.
It's the best way to go about
I
it.
think Paganis are amazing.
Yeah.
I'm shocked it made it 3,000 miles across the country. That's awesome.
I'm with Chuck on that one.
AMG motor, right?
3 days.
AMG motor, yeah.
Yeah.
But there's all sorts
the
of other
rest
things
of it-
Italians can
The
fuck up.
steering wheel's gonna fall off.
Right.
The leather.
No,
lasts
that's
as long
incredible,
as
You
man.
mean the steampunk pedals won't fucking...
steampunk pedals.
So he had to retool all the leathers.
So
That's incredible, man.
some parts crossing Nebraska, he had to outrun Storm Henry. Oh, Henry.
Henri.
We know that was weak, so
yeah.
that's not a
Yeah, we
challenge.
just
And
when
some other places,
he had
it
to
wasn't so
outrun
much.
it. He just put the hammer down.
Yeah.
He's like, I
Yeah.
gotta go 200.
He turned it,
I
he
had to
just
do it.
turned the car on and he outran
yeah.
the storm.
Matt,
I mean, it took hours to get here.
Yeah, 44 hours of total driving, a little bit over 3,000 miles. This is the most impressive thing. Average 69 miles an hour.
Wow.
that's
I
solid.
pray he did that on purpose.
Imagine just like,
so.
halfway through.
Nice.
Oh, fuck, I need wipers.
Yeah.
You got to
Yeah.
stop at AutoZone.
They fell off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right. They fell
You
off.
need
yeah.
arms too.
Yeah.
It left from Hartford, Connecticut.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
Yeah. Good showing, old chap.
yeah.
Good showing for sure.
My last bit of news. Did anybody see the AI day from Tesla?
No.
No.
You didn't, really?
No.
No, why would I watch that?
Oh, my God.
No.
Well, Elon Musk
I know
was
there's a
out there,
robot. I saw the breakdancing robot part, which
but
was
it wasn't a robot.
that was a person.
It
Yeah,
was a person in a robot suit. so
you can't
We're
make
not
it
far
fake
off.
it.
I'm just like,
That's just like your opinion, man.
is
Although he did say that's not a robot.
he just really pulling the wool over everybody's eyes with almost everything now?
He's absolutely hilarious.
I just thought it was like a skit on a fucking comedy show.
It
Can you
was.
find a better way to entertain millions of people?
The production
No,
quality.
that's what I
on
mean.
It,
It's just like
the production quality on just the robot part I saw was so low. I was like, this guy's great. It's exactly how I would use my money if I had money like him.
and my question is like, did they hire this person like with the intent of, hey, look, you got to dress in the suit and dance like a robot, or
No.
did he just go out to the factory floor and be like, you'll
like,
fit in this
All right,
suit? Let's go.
everybody do the robot. I'm gonna pick who's the best.
Hey,
Yeah.
which one of you guys can do the robot? Come with me.
If you have not seen
I'll
it,
pay you $200,000 to dance like a robot for 15 seconds.
if you haven't seen it, if you just Google
Dance for me,
Tesla
monkey boy.
Tesla robot, the videos will pop up. But it is something to think about. Again, as Elon Musk warned of a Terminator-like AI apocalypse,
Maybe it was.
he's now building a Tesla robot.
He's the one trying for the Neuralink thing.
I know.
Yeah, but Neuralink's
I'm starting to
good.
think this guy's a problem.
No,
you got to
it's
start
not.
reading the books.
No,
Uh,
it's not good.
I was watching some Boston Dynamics stuff today.
Oh yeah,
That spot thing is a Gatling gun away from a war crime.
that
Yeah.
spot
mean-
thing is.
I'm not going to get into how I could take it and probably make it a killing machine,
Yeah.
and I have no experience.
Have you seen? Actually, yeah, I showed you guys the the dude who takes the spot the dog and turns it in, it pisses beer.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's one of the best
I
things.
mean, it
ever.
would have been way easier to put a Gatling gun on the thing. Maybe get a couple for the militia. Am I right, Shook?
I mean, I mean, I'm on the other end where I'd be trying to ride it around.
No,
Yeah,
absolutely.
That's me.
But they have the one doing parkour. That
Oh no,
Atlas?
it's a problem. Oh, it's
It's going to be a big issue.
if this falls into the hands of a villain that owns
Not even
a
a
layer.
villain. With someone with like just a little bit of spare
Ill
time.
intent.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Elon Musk.
Yeah.
Well, no,
Well,
he
no,
can't.
he's already got him.
Yeah,
He
well-
can't. He just talks about it
Yeah.
and puts people in suits.
Yeah, that's yeah.
Elon Musk is trying to Neuralink us so we can compete with the
So-
AI.
I don't believe that.
It's from a book. Neuralink.
He's trying to
Neuralink's all
Neuralink
from a
us
book.
so we can collect data from it and then build the better
Nah,
version.
Wrong guy. You got the wrong guy.
That's how
You're
the
thinking about
book
Mark
ends.
Zuckerberg.
Yeah.
maybe he's the villain. we
Same thing
need.
with all these sorry Uber drivers. Just driving around collecting data.
Oh, the Uber drivers are working to destroy themselves.
Yeah.
I can't wait because I
Make
hope
that money
they
while
never
you can.
exist.
Yeah.
That's all I had for news.
I got one other thing
Okay.
in a video form.
Yeah, let's do it.
I found this video interesting, and it
oh
was
shit! Yeah,
what?
you just reminded me of a very good video. Yeah.
Yep.
I found this video interesting, and it was like a YouTube shorty video from Drag Times. They put up a quick video about what a Tesla Model S plaid does for quarter-mile times with a low battery. So full disclosure, they got this thing down to 20% battery. They did that by doing drag
save
races
weight?
Yeah.
40 times. Did it save weight? Yeah. They did 40 drag races down.
Yeah.
It uses about 2% per run.
Yeah.
Okay. So they get it down to 20 where it's going to start suffering. That's what they say about them.
Yeah. Because this was a big thing of this was a bullet point for Porsche in the Taycan.
It's not going to go their way.
And basically Porsche was saying, well, we can get 100% runs throughout our entire battery life. In other words, battery can be at 5%. And they can still get a
right,
full,
except
full
that
pull.
they could probably get 15 pulls before the car dies.
Right.
So this guy gets 40 pulls racing all night, gets it to 20% battery, and then runs another quarter. It's a 155 60 foot. I don't know what the fuck that means. You know what
It's
that
fast.
No, I don't.
Very
I don't.
fast.
means? 0 to what? Oh yeah. Street tires, stock tires.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
okay.
Hold on, it gets better. It goes 0 to 60 in 2.33. 0 to 130 in 8.87, and it runs a 994 at 136.40.
Yeah, that's a
I mean,
that's
that's
a
pretty
fast.
good.
That's a fast car.
God damn. It beats that would beat pretty much every supercar on the market with 20% battery.
And
with good tires it run almost 8. Yeah.
and what's the fucking you get kicked off and need a cage?
Well,
Under 10 seconds.
yeah.
Okay. So
He'd been running under 10 seconds all night. I mean, this is his worst time.
There
Yeah.
are some places
Florida.
you can go
In Texas
Florida.
or Florida.
It's
and you
either
can do you.
It's
Yeah.
either speed or sometimes actual trap speed.
Yeah.
You're going too fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's gonna be like in Florida. It's gonna be like 200, and you're gonna end up in a bayou a couple times before they pull it.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, they'll send you off on an airboat.
Yeah. Hey, look, next time bring a helmet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that thing's
It was
thing's-
pretty cool to see because I heard about how it will back off once it gets low. But
Yeah.
I mean, if that's backing off, that's fine.
right. Bet you're
It's more than enough.
Also, I can't
Exactly.
imagine how uncomfortable it is to do. I mean, I like going fast. Don't
So,
get me wrong.
40
but to do 40 pulls and then be like, yeah, let's do 41. Wow.
What fucking is
I mean, you could probably sleep and press a button and it'll just do it again.
It just doesn't slow down. You're under 9 seconds to 130. That's crazy.
yeah, that's
I think they say it has 1,200 horsepower. That makes sense.
Yeah.
I mean, I would have to have a lot.
Yeah.
Have to have a lot to
Oh,
propel a vehicle.
Move that ship.
Yeah, that big down the track that fast. And
Yeah,
that
I think
short amount of
that
time.
consistently.
You don't need a cage on a stock car, according to Diesel Dave. 359.
Huh.
That's
okay.
hilarious. What about the Hell track? The Red Eye Demon
Track.
Saint.
Stock car?
Demon track.
Yeah, stock car technically.
It's with or without the bananas on the front.
Always
Okay.
Gotta have the
With the bananas.
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah, always have the
Takes off
bananas.
a quarter.
Yeah, now they get the lipstick.
Oh,
Yeah.
I haven't seen the
Beautiful.
Yeah, now the pink.
The lipstick.
Yeah, it's true.
The red rockets.
That's all I got for videos.
Did
What
you
do you got?
watch the this versus that?
I do have a 5-hour flat Earth video, but I'm gonna leave it off. This versus that was one of the best times that's ever happened.
Yes. It was Riley Stair in his Trans Am versus Amir in a Friends E36 LS powered M3.
Yes,
Track prepped M3. Actually, track prepped kind of both cars.
it was a time attack car.
Time attack cars.
And he's never drag raced it before, nor never drag raced before.
It was awesome. They
It was
didn't do it
hilarious.
from a dig. They did a roll, 3 races. You can watch it to find out who exactly won, but it was close every single time.
Yeah, Riley had a couple. I think one of his quotes was, "You have to be tough to be dumb.
Yes.
You gotta be dumb. You gotta be tough.
yeah. If you're gonna be dumb, you gotta.
If you're gonna be dumb, you got to be tough." And they're like, "How do you make 800 horsepower in NALS?" He's like, "You rev it to things it doesn't want to go to."
Yeah,
like
9,600.
Yeah, 9,000 plus RPMs.
Yeah.
It was very spicy,
Zesty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and it was 16.5 to 1 compression.
Yep.
So not pump.
No, no.
That thing
So
smelled
not
very
pump.
sweet.
No.
Yes.
It made what did it make? 808 to the wheels.
808 to the wheels.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the other car was making 600 to the wheels in an E36 M3
Weighed a few
with
hundred
an
pounds
LSX.
less.
Yeah. And it was so close the whole time. It was ridiculous.
It was awesome.
It was like good drag racing.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun to watch.
And there
both-
was no.
Two friends.
They were roll races, which is funny.
And there
Yeah,
was
because
no.
that's not drag racing, but I get it.
No, like yelling at the camera, like some other,
Yeah.
characters that were on there
Right,
previously.
right.
It was
There was
just,
no excuses.
These
It
are
was
just dudes who make cool shit. This is what they
Racing 'em.
do. Yeah, that's it.
And like what Riley said, it's win-win for him.
Yeah, but
Because either he
built
wins
both
or the
cars.
car he helped build win.
It's him.
Right.
versus
Yeah.
him.
Right. Exactly.
Riley versus Riley.
Because on that M3, a bunch of proto machine stuff. Yeah,
We should have
exactly.
Riley on, man. That'd be cool.
That-
He's looking like a mountain man out there.
Yeah, that E36 was the car they were building when I visited 2 years ago.
Okay, so that was
in
the
there.
cage was built. A bunch of the front structure was
It was
built.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah. There was more tubing in that car than you could like really kind of collect and
Because in that
Move on. It
car
was
in
insane.
particular, like they cut the hood, made a big scoop, and put the fans and the radiator right below of the hood, and it's just kind of
management. Yeah.
a lot
just-
of heat management.
Yeah, real
Engine
stuff.
in the Trans Am is so far back, you're like sitting in front of it somehow.
Yeah.
It was so far back, and all that inboard suspension shit he had, and just like, I can make it low without fucking with the actual shocks. Just like, okay.
Yeah, all these
Yeah.
different mounting points.
Fucking unbelievable.
Yeah,
Really cool
incredible
stuff.
cars. Very good watch.
One that we're missing, but everyone should go watch. Shook Goes Drifting.
Oh,
Oh,
yes.
on our YouTube channel there.
Yeah, Shook Goes Drifting.
Shook himself on drifting.
Oh.
He looked okay. Looked pretty good in there, Drift God.
Don't look too excited.
What was your color?
Yeah, what color?
What color's your drift ribbon?
He's colored.
What do you mean? No, it's
Surprised the car didn't blow up.
Oh, all right.
yeah,
yeah,
did just fine.
Okay.
That's what color? You when the ribbon.
Jesse
ribbon.
calls drifting ribbon dancing.
It's a ribbon dancing of motorsport.
motorsport.
So
Yeah.
what's your favorite? What's your color? What color do you run? Okay.
Yeah.
What's your favorite?
I think
color
he's a
then?
green guy.
Rainbow.
I think he's a green
Green.
guy. I think he's a green guy.
Okay, green.
It's
Yeah.
doing great out there.
Yeah,
Drift
Yeah.
green. Okay.
It's
I gotta
definitely
go next time and get some outside shots of that car.
Yeah.
yeah.
Because you looked very cool, calm, and collected. But for all we know, you could have been driving like a total moron. But it looked like you were doing it right.
How wild were your hands?
No, pretty
they were good.
Smooth,
Yeah.
huh?
Way
Yeah.
better than me.
Yeah.
And fucking auto,
Yeah.
Chuck's-
rallycross. It looks
Chuck's
like
a
there's
wild-
bees in the car when I
Yeah.
drive.
What do you call it? Sawing at the wheel?
Oh yeah, sawing at the wheel.
It looks like there's just a bunch of bees.
This is it's a Chuck
Yeah.
maneuver.
It didn't. Shook didn't look out of control at all.
Smooth and steady loses
Yeah.
the race.
Very
Straight,
smooth.
Yeah.
straight faced.
It's quite
Straight
good.
face.
Straight faced.
Just looking ahead, looking at the next turn.
At the beginning of the day, it was weird, and then by the middle of the day, it was raining. So
Yeah, yeah.
In the middle of the day,
yeah.
you had all the horsepower in the world.
I was going like this.
Yeah, nothing like a little rain day at the drift
Yeah.
track.
Uh,
Looking 5 turns ahead.
question out of the chat from Tim Connors: how was the ride home with the busted shifter?
Yeah, how was the ride home with the busted shifter?
Give us a yell.
Hot.
It was hot.
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 Hot and sharp.
Terrible.
Okay.
So terrible.
Were you shifting the nubbin?
So on the back corner,
Come up to a
Yeah,
mic.
come over here.
Come
Yeah.
on, Mike. Come on, come talk to
Yeah,
the boys.
just-
You're
just
gonna look
give
good
us
in
a
front of the
quick-
camera.
Yeah. Get yourself
Shook's coming
lubed
up.
up. Put your clothes back on.
Yep.
Watch out for the HDMI cord.
Are like the
There you go.
AC vents closed in here? It's so hot.
I don't know. Yeah. While he's talking, I'm gonna go check.
yeah, go check that out.
I know they're not closed.
It's probably
was the question?
53 degrees.
Tell us a little about your day drifting.
Shifter. You have the shift nub.
shifter. Well,
Was it a knife that you turned into a shifter and then it turned back into a knife?
That's the best kind of shifter.
no, I mean everything went smoothly. I mean nothing really bad happened. It was just different track layout that no one has seen before. Might kind of change it up to
Where
what-
was this?
Thompson.
Oh,
So it's just a skid pad.
okay.
But he turned it into like an advanced skid pad layout. So
cool skid pad.
the big sweeping corner went further into a very sharp. So it's kind of like I don't even know how to explain it. A hairpin, yeah. But they moved it back, and then after the hairpin, there's like a manji that you have to go into the back corner. But that was also extended by probably another like 20, 30 feet. So you either had to have power and send it in third, or handbrake in to just manji once instead of double manji to get around the back corner to the big sweeper again. So Mike took someone's car and was able to do it. It was like a 2J or 1J powered vehicle, and he just sent it like one single send. And I was like, I could do that.
Yeah.
Nope.
And
at everything I say. I can do that.
and they were like,
Just
"No,
like the milk
you,
crate.
You definitely need a handbrake to do that." I'm like, no. I'm going to go real tight, and I'm going to smash third.
Yeah.
So the first time I did it, I was lined up perfectly for it. My car just didn't go into third. So I said, all right, I'm going to go again. I went back around for my second lap, smashed third. The shifter went straight to the floor. It just punched it right out of the center console, and I was like,
Uh-oh.
okay. Then I just went for it again, even with the broken shifter. And it's definitely doable, but also it's not. Like, you'd have to hit it perfectly. There's no way. You need a handbrake, essentially.
I was gonna say I don't know if you know anything about us, but we strive for perfection here.
Exactly.
Yeah, so, well, I mean,
Ultimate.
if that track layout is there, might be driving on the 4th.
Okay.
I'd be interested in trying it again.
Yeah.
But
September 4th?
Yes.
Yeah.
But after the last event that I attended, I signed up for a B group event, even though I was like a best judgment call B group, and Mike and Shabby put me in B. So now I'm actually allowed to drive on the clubhouse. So I'm more interested in driving that. It's fixed. Everything's ready to go. The only thing that I really want to fix before I go is I have a intake manifold leak. It like leaks oil from
Corey's-
the galley.
Corey's got a smoke machine.
Yeah, we could smoke test it.
Yeah, definitely
Smoke it.
Yeah. Sweet.
That's it. That's all I got.
All right.
We're out.
Yep.
They shook you the best.
You can yell from the back.
Thank you for your time.
Yeah. Now you can take your pants off again.
Yeah.
Anything else for YouTubes?
No, I want to talk about the important stuff.
Okay.
It's time
Main topic. Main topic.
I
Main
like this one a lot.
topic. Mr. Whitsell,
Oh,
you've recently partook in a race up a mountain.
I raced up a mountain. I was told it was the oldest race in the country.
It was, and there's an old timer there, right? It's been doing it ever since almost.
Yes, I looked him up because I said to myself, I want to be that guy when I'm old.
Yep.
Because
It was the Mustang only Mount Washington race that climbed to the crowds.
yes, climb to the crowds.
The amount of Fall River sauce in that parking lot.
They're up there.
Yeah.
So my man's name is Roger Dowd, and he drove what they call the Beast, which was some Jaguar crazy green thing, open wheel, open top, and
How far up did he make it?
the man looks like Emperor Palpatine. And so a number of years back, we were doing Champ Car at Watkins Glen, and I saw a group of individuals taking a man that probably looked like he shouldn't drive a car in a racing suit and sticking them into Corey's favorite, Fox Body Mustang.
Hell
Oh,
yes.
boy.
So they help him over a wall, stick him in this car, and I mean, this is maybe like 6 years ago. I know the guy, I think, is 84 now.
Oh man.
And off he went in this Mustang with some solid driving. I don't know what his stint was. It was maybe a 20-minute stint, but like if I'm in my 80s, I want to be doing at least a 20-minute stint on one of the most epic road courses of Watkins Glen.
Yeah.
But he was invited to this race that I attended, and I know he had a moment, and I think he was off, but man was out giving everybody thumbs up the whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I definitely want to be that man.
Enjoying setting the bar
Enjoying
for long
the
term.
whole event.
And obviously, we're talking about climbing the clouds here.
Oh yeah.
We know we discussed it last week with the boys from Auto Off Topic from a viewership point
Mhm.
and a media point. But this week we figured we'd talk to somebody who actually ran it.
Oh, yeah.
And you did it in 7 minutes. And
I think it was seven. I think my run time was 7:54.
yeah,
I think.
I'd say that was
I
right.
think
I
it
was going to say
7:54. Yeah.
So 7 minutes, 54 seconds.
What was your rig? What kind of full rally prepped super motor car was this?
I was in the best car ever made, a 2.5 liter 5-cylinder Volkswagen Rabbit.
Obviously, wildly souped up motor.
Oh yeah, it's bone stock, and it has I think 215,000 miles. And the fun fact about it, it was Alexi's old car.
Yeah, that's true.
And it's just got a big cage in it, so it's slower than stock.
Yeah, it's slow and in stock.
Didn't I took that on a lap? Was that the one you had at the track day?
Yeah, that's the one I had at track day. Did you drive that?
Jesus, I think I did drive that.
Yeah, good.
Yeah, I couldn't. I wouldn't. Yep, wouldn't have made any time up that hill. I would have been crying. When I first talked to you about this race, I said, Jesse, I know you don't fear death because you fucking stared in the face a couple times. But how the fuck did you do that?
So, I mean, I've driven up it a number of years ago for a sunrise drive,
Yep.
and it was dark, so you couldn't see anything. You could see the road, and we went to the top, and it was too foggy, and we went down, and we saw some sunrise go, and then we looked around, and you're like, yep, there's no guardrails anywhere. Not in one spot anywhere on this road. I forgot how kind of epic it was, and then once I got a little sneak peek at it at on the iRacing because they did
just
them at
added it,
Washington.
right?
Yep, they just added it. So got a little sneak peek, got some driving, and it was intense enough that my wife, who is normally my co-driver, bailed on me.
Someone's gonna be around to take care of the pups, you know.
The donkeys.
She looked around and said, "This is not for me."
Yeah,
And
she's not wrong.
yeah.
I appreciate her stance on the matter.
So, so I had a stand-in co-driver, which worked very well, and it was
A pro jock.
I first run when I made it, I was shaking. Like, I was legitimately shaking. I got out of the car, and driver behind me was Tim O'Neill of Team O'Neill,
Yeah.
and he made it up to the top. He looked fairly excited, but not as excited as I was.
Were you shaking
And
more?
I held my hand out in front of his door when he showed up, and my hand was everywhere. And, I mean, Tim being a seasoned rally guy and doing a number of just motorsport stuff, he held his hand out, and it was the flattest, most steadiest thing I saw. And I was just like, did you not have fun? Like it's like that fine line between scaring the shit out of yourself and fun.
Where were you? Were you as nervous or shaky down below?
No, not really, because down below is very similar to like a normal
rally.
a normal New England road. You're like,
Yeah.
oh sweet, these corners are cool. It goes
Yeah.
up, it goes down. There's a little weird thing here,
For
and there's trails around.
I was
you
going to
know.
say for the first quarter of it, if you
It's
will.
there's
It's
tree
tree
yeah.
line. Yeah.
Yeah, I would say it's about half.
Okay.
About half. There's a spot right toward the halfway that you're like, that is a giant mountain, and you can fly off right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a half of it was normal tree line stuff.
Yeah. In the tree line too. We'll
Yeah,
put it that way because
you're
you're
in
right
the
along
trees.
with the trees.
Mhm.
So what kind of prep? How much practice did you get before that first run?
So we got 2 runs of practice each day for Friday and Saturday. So Friday they practiced the top half because weather permitting. It was actually a beautiful day.
Yep.
It was approximately 80 at the bottom. And they lined everybody up halfway, and we got 2 runs on the top. And it was, I think, 53 degrees at the top with a wind chill that made it, I think, 27 degrees.
Oh,
So it was beautiful. I didn't have to unzip all my racing gear.
Yep.
My ears and my fingers were getting like tingly cold, and I'm like, wow, okay, yeah, we're on a mountain.
Yep.
And Saturday they ran the bottom. It rained in the morning and stopped, so like it was a moist runs, but it's more of like make sure your eyes are looking in the right spot and you don't fly into the woods.
Yep.
So
What is one of the or what are you focused on your way up? Is it more recognizing where you are?
no, kind of. Yeah. So I mean, I have a co-driver, which is different than most of the people that are running.
Yeah.
Because we're in rally class. So I have a person that's, we go through these notes that we made as a friendly reminder of what you're about to do.
So because obviously you're going 10-10s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah. We understand
It's
that,
like
especially with you.
9.5. It's at yeah.
And to even hear you saying there's a 9.5,
Yeah.
ladies and gentlemen, it's human.
Yeah.
Because before that, like we just know there with you that there's go.
Yeah, there is go.
So you're dare I say you're right, 9.5,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And you're just more focused on listening to your co-driver and again recognizing those
Yeah.
spots, if you will.
Filling in the details of what our notes were doing, basically. So my car is not very fast. I mean, we're talking 150 horsepower if I'm like lucky.
Yeah.
Maybe when it was new.
And I was going to say, this is a car, stock motor, but there's a cage.
Yeah.
You took a bunch of stuff out, but
Yep.
you also put a lot of
Yeah,
weight
so
in there.
It weighs about as much as a stock car would, say,
Yeah.
with 2 people in it.
Yep.
So, you if you have a moment of, I wouldn't say not clarity, but a
lapse?
a hesitation of your brain, and you let off the throttle for a second, that is more than a second that you lose in time because you're going against gravity. You're
You have
going
to
up.
make up.
Yeah.
Right.
So, it's your brain's doing the details on where your co-driver is telling you the general area, and you're trying to connect the dots of those two to make whatever corner is next as smooth and without braking and without letting off the throttle. So, trying to get that 10/10ths out of something that is lacking.
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
is 100 and
It doesn't have the
something
power to
horsepower.
make up for.
No, you can't just accelerate more. It's it's like a Miata on the track. Like you hold it pinned, and
Momentum.
the skill comes into if you can not let off or not brake, you're doing good. The second you let off or the second you brake, braking's double whammy because you're slowing down more,
Yep.
and you lose a lot of time. So like it's a lot of connecting your co-driver's notes, which is you guys. I mean, we made up words that were descriptive specifically to one. I think we called one corner like a double yump or something like that because it was descriptive to that spot, and I knew that's where
The
it
double
was.
yump is.
Yeah, it was a double yump right, and okay.
Yeah.
So like it helps you. We named them even when we were doing the iRacing thing, and it may not be the official name, but it was something that was descriptive to it that helped you remember where you are and to not let off the gas.
So is it safe to say you did have a game plan for certain corners or certain segments of the track?
Oh yeah. I mean, we got with the practices, we got essentially a morning session of official practice, which is 2 runs. At about noon, they shut down the hill for competition, and then they went back to public. So you can do scouting runs up and down the hill at normal people speed.
Right, with general public, right?
Yeah, so we have notes that we would then refine and then do an up and down 3 or 4 times. It'd be like, oh, okay, this corner has a little funny business. Make it a
inside
Titan or like, the one where it was like, this is a left 4 with the run out. And I knew there was like a strip on the outside by a tree that you can go and almost touch the tree and still stay on the road.
And some of those corners are certainly do not cut because of
there's like tombstone,
the
basically
big trench and the rock.
Tombstones or rocks. And, we'll get to that later, but I did have an issue with that as well.
Oh, I forgot about that. Right. You weren't the only one.
Yep.
On your recce runs, they let the public go up and down the mountain with you fucking psychopaths?
Oh, you have to.
I know you have to go slow,
You
but
have
Jesus.
you have to go slow. You have to go normal people speed.
Not in. Is it in the race car?
You can use your race car.
Okay.
But we were one time we used Phil, my co-driver's wife's. She had a sport wagon.
Yep.
That actually at the shop we put a big turbo on and everything, and it was like
So
the
substantially
secret-
faster than the race
Oh
car.
yeah, it was way faster than the race car. We had the AC on the whole time.
Oh, beautiful.
And we're just like looking out at this beautiful land and trying to focus on racing, but then looking at like the chances of views, like that is epically awesome right there. All right, we're not going to fly off.
Yeah,
on that
that's
spot, but let's look now when we can, when we have a chance.
I mean, the whole thing, even when we went up for our rally, I felt like I was one mechanical failure from absolute, like, sure death.
Well,
It's-
we
yeah.
were
Going slow.
We were genuinely concerned for young Ben's vehicle.
Well, we didn't let him go up.
Right.
He rode in the
And
back of my
that's-
car.
There was for
Yes.
YB in general, right? As we should have been.
I mean, incredible amount of rocks out there.
It was the only time we had to be actually
Concerned.
concerned for
Responsible, right? Yeah, exactly.
You were young Ben's adults.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We had to be as adults that day.
yeah.
No,
We let him drive home by himself, but not up the damn mountain.
That's probably pretty good.
Yeah.
And I mean, I had a friend of ours tell me even at the mountain that this is the mountain that anything that doesn't happen normally happens here.
Right.
So, like somebody ripped a shifter on like one of those little shifter cart things off, and I was like, oh, we've never had any failure like this. I'm like, well, you're at the hill that has the failure.
There were people running shifter carts up?
It's like one of those Sierra
Small-
cars.
yeah,
like,
it's
it was Chris Duplessis from Monticello. They have those
shit.
sweet little. It's a single man motorcycle powered thing, rear drive.
They are wild.
Oh yeah, they're
Open
awesome.
wheel, very
Yeah.
enclosed.
And he was
You
very
wear a
much.
parachute when you take those up?
He was very much in the top 10, if you will. with
No
that.
shit, huh?
Yeah. Man was a beast.
Jesus.
So yeah, they did run, and that's the thing. It's a wide assortment of cars. There was a Tesla there. I think it did okay. And everything in between, from modifieds to like weird dune buggy things that do Pikes Peak.
If a Tesla regen breaks the whole way down, is it fully charged at the bottom?
Actually, we were discussing. We did have that discussion at that time.
Don't touch his brakes.
The funniest part is they would then charge it at the top with a little external battery back, and I'm like, why? Why?
Just
Even at
regen
the
the
last,
whole
the
way.
last
Coast
run.
back down.
Yeah, coast back down.
Yeah, you
You
probably
already
get a
did your
ton of-
last run. You
Yeah.
can coast down and drive to the pits. That's cool.
Yeah.
Tesla
So,
guys, man. Did they have a
yeah.
hamster in the wheel in the front?
I mean, probably. I didn't hear the squeaking, but
you can assume it was there.
What was your favorite moment of the weekend?
Shooky, can I have a water?
I mean, making it to the top. Yeah, hit me with the water. Water, please.
Thank you, Shook.
Making it to the top.
Yeah, dude.
As one complete run.
Yeah.
Having my moment, which there was photos of.
Yeah.
And
Is this the
this is my wipeout of the signage.
bit wide on the dirt?
Yeah, yeah, a little wide on
Took
the
it a
dirt.
Subaru sign for your boy, though.
Yeah, that's right.
At one point up the hill, there's a right-hand corner
It's a Cragway corner.
going
It's from
from the
dirt to
dirt to
pavement.
tarmac.
Mhm.
You got a little wide.
Yeah, it was a decreasing radius, and I speed checked myself, but did not decrease it. I was like, I should be going this fast. Let me start turning. As the photo depicts, I was in the same line as Travis and his 800 horsepower. I'll say the word only once here. Air Slayer
Yeah.
is the term they use constantly.
I wish I had the electric guitar sound.
yeah. And same line. I wasn't didn't have the power.
Couldn't power it out.
I was a little
Couldn't pull
little light
yourself
on the-
out.
Needed
little
those
light
rear
on the
wheels
power
to
out.
start going.
Yeah, a little light.
When you get up top, as far as there was a what do you call it? A group of 80 of you. How many was it?
It was 80.
It was 80.
competitors, Yep.
How was it up top with everybody else?
So they kind of so for the race runs they go slow to fastest to build the suspension. I mean it makes sense.
Yep.
So you get to go up. Usually when the time when I was up was I would say early midish. I think I finished like 49th overall or something like that. So there were some cars ahead of me.
Yep.
And there was some cars coming behind me. So get to the top. I know most of the people because they're all hill climb guys, and they've all done it
In the scene, if you will.
Yeah. So they sardine you up at the top because there's really not that much room for 80 cars.
Yeah.
And 80 race cars that may or may not maneuver like normal vehicles.
Right.
So you're up there. Weather is usually drastically different than the bottom, and I don't know. I mean, I had the brain was still going, and you get to watch more of your friends come up behind you that were faster.
Yep.
And you get to see a little bit of like an upper section, and like way down in the distance, you can see either the Cragway corner where I screwed up, and then the base lodge and where the start was. So like the Cragway corner is a little more than halfway, and like when I say see cars, you can just see a reflection bounce off of something, and you're like, oh, a car went by down there, and it didn't fly into the trees or what was left of trees at that point. And I don't know, it was kind of surreal, really, because it's not above tree line as like out west mountains. It's the wind. Nothing can actually grow because you're about 6,200 feet.
Yeah.
So it's not that like, oh, we're so high in the clouds, but like it's a high mountain in New England and there is no trees.
Yep.
So it is definitely like a different planet.
That's like Base Lodge, Colorado.
Yeah, it's
crazy
Yeah,
how different that is.
exactly.
So up top, are you guys, discussing runs, or you just kind of, from what it sounds like, you're just enjoying the moment?
It was,
just kinda-
everybody, you get to enjoy the moment for a bit. I mean, you're there for a while, so you enjoy the moment. You discuss some, your flaws if you run with others.
Yep.
Hey, did you do, and on my second run, I had multiples of waving and pointing and laughing because three of us in almost the same, succession hit the same rock and got a flat
Oh, man.
in the same right front wheel in the same section of the course. So, and all three of us we're like, all right, we're going to keep going. So we did about 2 miles of a race run with right front flats.
Made that diff work.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So
Jesus.
walk us through that particular corner. Was it just a misjudgment? Did something change?
So, so where the Emperor went off with the with the Jaguar. It was still on the hill when we were doing our runs. It was slightly off the side, but definitely a distraction. Also a good marker on this. It was the corner right before you entered the dirt.
Yep.
So you're looking at sheer like fall away on the left.
Yep.
And you're about to take a right, and it's going to turn into dirt. So on that right, it was kind of jagged ditch on the right. And I'm looking forward. I was more concerned of like not sliding and slamming into things on the dirt. I hung a right front wheel a little off the edge of like the ditch part, and right there's some pretty gnarly, sharp, bitey rocks. You know, I didn't have any other physical damage other than just a flat tire, but like I know Amy's Subaru, she wiped out one RPF1, and then the other one had a lip dinger on it. So still one flat, but the rim was demolished.
What tires you running?
I was running...
'Cause you can't have tricky dirt tires because it wouldn't make sense.
Yeah, because it's only a small percentage of dirt.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I went for the covers it all, and they were R71Rs.
No shit
yeah,
on the dirt.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, hence why the sketchiness of
Well, I was
the
going to say, you blow a gravel tire with that sidewall, you can at least kind of pull it.
yeah,
but
it'll pull it up. RE71 did not.
Not so much.
Mm-mm.
No shit, huh? RE71R
Yeah.
on that dirt section.
Yeah. I mean, some guys get saucy and they'll groove the insides to make it bite the dirt a little more.
Right.
But, moisture content and weird stuff, it was...
Yeah, that's a hard man's game.
And most people just light foot across it because some
Not
guys,
dirt guys.
Well, you have old like pavement circle track modifieds with 12-inch slicks, with you're talking like anywhere between 600 and 800 horse, and it's like 1,800-pound rear-wheel drive car. So you breathe on the throttle, it's pointing in the direction you're gonna fly off a mountain,
Right.
And you're sawing at the wheel like Chuck at a rally.
Oh, that's beautiful. Sounds beautiful.
Sweating. So
I imagine there's a lot of sweat involved.
Yeah.
So I mean,
Jesus.
my low powered thing, it was like, oh look, we're on dirt. Oh, keep it
Slide a
buried.
little, yeah.
Keep it buried because you can't claw up the hill fast enough.
Right.
So
No shit, huh?
Yeah,
So you're
so-
just spinning the whole
no.
dirt section.
Well, I mean, I don't have enough power to really spin it hard. So
Right.
I was in third, just kind of like,
Slippy.
all right, just vibing along. And then it's like, oh, this is the corner up here. Let me check my speed. Oh, that's a little too
Oh, a
much.
little too much speed. Sorry,
too
Subaru
much.
of America.
Shot wide.
How much shifting are you doing up the mountain?
Astonishingly, not a lot.
I mean, at the very most, going to second.
So it was second gear for pinches, but it was a lot of third.
Yeah.
Lots of third.
Did you touch fourth on that one top section?
No, so there was a mid spot and a top spot that's pretty fast.
Mhm.
It was just like a solid top of third because it wouldn't do much more.
Right, you're not gonna.
At
Hit
the
it with some
bottom,
classic
it
rev
kind of was
limiter.
like a slight like, hey, here's a hint of rev limiter.
Yeah.
And you're like, oh yeah,
Gentlemanly
I gotta
rev
turn
limiter.
anyways. So yeah.
Okay.
So it was more of like all right, I hit that rev limiter. This corner coming up here, don't let off.
So, are you gonna do another one? There, 3 years from, or I think
Every 3 years is what they've been doing. I don't know. I want to.
Yep.
I don't know if I want to do the immediate one because I think the next time I want to have something with a little more grunt. And
So-
that's what I told me in the last one. Was like, I want to do Mount Washington, and I want to do Mount Washington as something that is at least faster than my 2-liter Mark III because it would be boring.
Yeah.
It's a challenge of it's like.
testicular fortitude.
Yeah, but you're not like you're not going that fast. So like it's gonna make it up. And what are you are you going to compete, or are you going to compete against yourself? Do you just want to do it as an event? I'm like, I want to do it as an epic event that I want to have a potential to be on a podium. I think I missed the podium by about 2 seconds.
Yeah.
In a car that's not I would say one of the most boring cars that raced it.
Yeah.
There's nothing,
I think it's cool because it's yours and the appeal and things of
Yeah,
the history
yeah,
of it. But I get what you're saying.
Yeah, I didn't do it in a spectacular car. Everything else is pretty spectacular of like speed, sounds, wings, homemade. Like, here we are, just a 200K Mark V Rabbit.
Potato, another
It's
potato.
another potato that's just
Yeah.
doing its thing the
Uh,
best it can.
I'm sure you saw the in-car of Travis's run.
It's bananas.
What do you make of that run? Just
I mean,
crazy.
I would love to. I would love to try a car that you would have to like. He had to brake on every single corner.
Oh yeah.
Every single corner. And the part that scares me on it is there's sections that it turns. The car comes off the ground.
Oh,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Like a lot.
Right. There's a handful of video and pictures of
Oh, the
all four wheels off the ground.
just flying through the air.
Do you think it's a beatable time?
I mean, Travis has a lot of experience on the mountain from the past stuff, and the car that they made him, it was made to do exactly.
It's like an
what it
unlimited
did.
class monster
It did
car.
exactly what it did.
Right.
By any one of normals, no. He may be able to squeak some tenths out of it, or if he practices for another 3 years, he will probably beat his own record again. But that's a hard, you're battling a manufacturer.
You need like pro level drive. You need like a
Yeah.
Solberg or something to even try it, right?
Yeah, and I mean, even then,
Yeah.
It's
The
different.
Extreme. It's
Yeah.
such a fast car compared to like WRC cars.
yeah.
I don't know. He could probably beat it. He said at the end of that, he said he wasn't gonna try, but I don't know.
They probably won't try, but he'll probably run it and be okay with whatever he gets. So it'll probably be like a 10th or something crazy.
I have a feeling if Subaru is still a sponsor of, he's gonna kind of
yeah.
be
They kind of-
obligated to be there.
Yeah.
Yeah, he had a lot of. He's been up that a lot. I mean, he's beating his own record, correct? And he beat
Yeah,
it by
he
like
beat-
16 seconds,
beat
which
his
is
own record.
insane.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. It's
Yeah. I mean,
Jesus.
It gets to the point of like, okay, here's machine, right? Say
Yeah.
this is pinnacle machine for this.
Top shelf.
Is it going to take technological advancements, or is it going to take, because you have, just like you said, a normal person in that car take a lot to even get close to that.
Yeah.
Will it take somebody like
I-
no
It will take
thinking,
a-
no remorse, just
I think a normal person in
Yeah.
that car would just die.
It will
you-
take
yeah, wouldn't
It will take a top shelf motorsports brain.
Yeah.
It's like that's the
Yeah.
only thing you could think about.
right. You're computing
If yeah.
speed, not
And
anything
then,
else.
And it's not yours. So like that's not I mean, I had a moment it's like I'm in my car. That's not their car. That's
Yeah.
it's a
Right.
tool.
Right,
So
right.
they are using this tool to do a task of beating this record.
Yeah.
And they did it,
Yeah.
Everybody did it.
I saw an online discussion today when I was researching like news stuff about how Travis says that car goes 0 to 60 in 1.8 or something.
Yeah.
Why can't supercars do that kind of speed? And it's like because
Because
Because-
supercars aren't race cars.
well, because that rally car would be totally unusable in every other
Yeah, yeah,
aspect
yeah.
of driving.
Yeah, it's purpose
like you
built.
literally get on the highway and floor it and just go off the road,
yeah,
or just be immediately into the man in front of you. It'd never park. It probably turns like total rat
Yeah, oh,
ass
yeah.
slow.
That's the thing. Like,
It's just like there's so
it's
much.
made to do one
There's no
thing.
comfort
I was just-
involved.
and I'm guessing, but you don't just grab the keys to that, hop in it, and take off. Like there's
It also
procedures.
it might
and
not
steps
last that
and-
long
and-
if you're just driving on the
That-
street.
Yeah.
that too. So I mean, there's probably no keys.
Fucking rocket
right,
fuel.
yeah.
You
It's just
you turn it on.
fuel
There's,
pump,
there's
y-
buttons
yeah.
for anti-lag and various other things that will make it go fast. I'm
Yeah.
sure it's on some super extra flavor sauce fuel.
Yeah.
That like.
Yeah, I
some-
mean, it was just
some-
such a monster. The
Oh,
whole
yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
And when, that's the car they built for like the other crap, and then they
Yeah.
just actually unveiled that it's actually for this.
Yeah.
Because like
Yeah.
the Gymkhana thing was cool, but
yeah, but
Yeah.
beating
they definitely
his own record by 16 seconds is. I mean, Vermont Sports Car built it. They know what they're doing with that car.
exactly.
Yeah.
They are the rally cars of Subaru in the U.S.
So
What a
That's-
monster of a car, man! What a monster of a lap!
crazy.
Holy shit!
if you do it again, and you want to do it in something different, any ideas what?
I don't know.
Potato with a martini library, maybe.
I mean,
With an intake?
Yeah. What do you think an intake would do for you?
yes, I'm gonna add intake. I think it's gonna make a real big difference. I don't know. I can't predict myself that far in the future.
Is
So-
there maybe not a chassis, if you will? Is there a power figure that you'd be like, okay, that's where I'd like to be?
No, I think it's more of like a feeling,
Combination.
It's
Yeah.
like I want it to have this threshold of scare the shit out of yourself. So you have to have enough self-control to use, you're crazy to use all of it, but it's available to you at any time.
It's
It's a dance partner. It's a dance partner.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I mean,
yeah.
like
Just like the Nismo guy.
like my, the Mark V, it's like, okay, you selected third and you're holding your foot on the floor for the next couple of minutes.
Yeah.
until you turn and try not to let off the floor.
Yeah.
And that, it is a game, and it's not easy, but like, like watching Travis is like, imagine braking for like,
It's insane.
I only hit the brakes for maybe, let's see, maybe like a half dozen times, like 5, 6 tops. Like you hit the brake
in a little under 8 miles up a mountain.
Yeah. It's 7. It's like 7.2.
Yeah.
So yeah.
The best advice I've ever been given by Jesse, they're all momentum cars.
Yeah. No,
Here's the
and that's
secret.
thing.
They're all momentum cars. I was telling the other guys always telling them momentum cars. Like, yeah,
Oh, that's fucking perfect.
they're all momentum
It's
cars.
like, yeah, I mean, I like to take my skills and not be limited by mechanicals and be limited by my brain power.
You put about 400 in that thing, you'll be good.
I mean, I'd love to. But
The rear wheel spin.
That's what I was just wondering.
Yeah.
Like all-wheel drive. Do
No,
you stick with the front-wheel drive platform?
I mean, I always tell myself that I'll probably be front-wheel drive to the day I die because I know how to do it. But I mean, I have options in that Mark V platform to do whatever I choose, and kind of my wallet will tell me what I can and cannot do.
Reality versus.
So I mean, to up anything over 200 horse in a front wheel drive, even let's call it 300 horse, that's a lot in a front drive car.
Yeah.
So like, I will probably need more than that and more traction than that to go faster. So it'll probably be 4-wheel drive. I won't know what to do with it, but yeah.
Do they do crackle tunes for those?
Yeah,
that chassis, the
farts and
burble.
They come with farts
there's
and
a
fizz.
whole bunch of.
Because that would probably help.
Yeah. Yeah, you should have heard me when I came down. Yeah.
Sound way faster.
I just hit the button. And,
Yeah, you're just turning it off and on. Ignition.
the whole time. Yeah.
No, it's
So
the only way
why-
to drive.
Why tune it that
That's
way?
probably probably would have been on podium had you had a crackle tune
Yeah.
or burble tune. I don't know what they are now.
Yeah, it's farts and
Snap,
fizz.
crackle,
I call
farts
them.
and
Farts and fizz.
So what's up for you for the rest of the year, motorsport wise?
Track Night America.
I want to rival Chuck there in the Track Night of America.
You coming to the
it's-
secret
it's
day?
fun.
Igor's secret day?
Oh no, Igor hasn't told me about a secret day, but I told him tell me when the next one is.
It's in October.
Okay, I'm in on the secret day.
I'll tell you the date
definitely.
later.
Yeah.
Some of the guys at the shop, I think Kev wants to maybe do, if they let us into Canada. There's a Canadian rally, Tall Pines. It's actually supposed to be pretty sweet. It's like a questionable in the snow, and there's also no studded tires in the snow. So it's
No studded?
no. So figure this: there's a town in Canada that you cannot have studded tires in,
And it happens to be where
and it
this
happens
race
to be
is.
where the
That-
race
it's
is.
in Mansville, Canada. Damn. No studs?
Yeah,
It's a Nokia in Canada?
yeah.
Jesus, man. Holy
maybe-
shit.
And that's a rally, not a hill climb.
That's a rally.
Okay.
And I mean, there's a couple other rally sprints we may do too. There may be a hill climb. I don't know. I'm kind of, my life has been so zany that I can't be like, I have to schedule everything. It's like, if I have a moment to breathe
Yep.
and I'm really feeling like motorsports, I'll go do something because it's fun.
Yep.
So,
You gonna build any trails at your house for the car?
I mean, we have a road for the car.
Okay.
It's not the best, but I think it'll be.
That would be terrifying at
It's
speed.
more of the off-roading things I think we're going to build at the house.
Okay.
So, not quite. I mean, we have a fleet of some pretty
at the
terrible
complex over there.
Japanese and Korean off-road mobiles.
Yep.
An ex Young Ben vehicle even.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's perfect.
Yeah.
Rocks.
There it is.
Rocks.
It's his rock vehicle.
Yeah.
Dude. Yeah. Actually, that's just a wild piece of property that we talk about all the damn time.
it's good.
It's like 150 acres, middle of nowhere, Jesse Complex.
I'm excited to improve upon it.
Yeah, dude. Dirt bikes.
Yeah.
Dirt bikes.
Yep.
I don't know. You wouldn't want to take a rally car out there at speed. It would just destroy it.
Yeah.
Well, there's also no runoff at all.
It's not that open. There's no runoff.
Well, we were talking get some donkeys, get some goats.
I mean,
Yeah.
It would take a while.
The loop road is
Yeah.
is. I mean, my dirt bike's not a big dirt bike; it's a 150, but it's still like, holy
It's a
shit!
t-
You
yeah.
you gotta watch your ass on this.
Oh, okay.
it's a
Okay.
challenge.
There's streams and it's so much fun.
Because I mean, one of the roads is like a border road basically, and
Yep.
it's a logging road, and there is some obtrusions of rocks and stuff, and you can like cruise along pretty good, but it's not smooth enough to like run a rally car and be happy about it.
Right.
You could run a rally car and it'll do it 4 times, and then you got to start fixing things.
Yeah.
So
That was another thing. Other than the flat, anything you have to get sorted.
No, I mean, the only thing we had to pre-sort, I think, was the worst part. So my car did New England Forest Rally 2 weeks prior. we had one moment which the wheel fell off. So I don't know how that actually happened, but
Gotta use a torque wrench, kid.
So that's the crazy. So we put new tires on. The event is Friday and Saturday. So Friday, no issues. Switched some new front tires on for Saturday morning. Put them on, torqued them, and went to bed.
She went off.
And somewhere in transit, Steph was driving and said, "It sounds funny."
Oh, in
and,
transit.
and then the tire went boop 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 and passed them and went into the woods.
I've had that happen with a hubcap.
So,
Much more entertaining.
Yeah.
So we had to put a fender on the car.
Yeah.
Fix some other bits and make sure it was good enough to go up a hill, and it worked pretty good.
And you made it.
It was minimal repair.
Yeah, which is good.
Yep.
Well, truly, thanks for coming in to chat about
Of
that.
course.
It's we're glad you made it out unscathed. You had a hell of a time.
Yeah, it was interesting.
It's one of those where, like, from a friend standpoint, like, fuck yeah, I want to see Jesse do that. But then at the same time, there's that bit
I
of
don't want to see Jesse.
bit
do
of
that.
adult and like you like
Yeah.
yeah, man. If you set it out, perfectly fine.
Yeah, as long as you're not the friend to get a call from another friend all shook up that Jesse went off the mountain. Because that's what I wait for on all those days. And I have all the confidence in the world, but Jesus Christ. That's a once-in-a-lifetime thing,
The
man.
risk,
Yeah.
the risk is just it's there.
It's
no
big
matter
time.
what.
It's big
Yeah.
time.
It is, and I'm happy that it didn't hit me until later.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's risk management, and you're like,
Yeah.
well, if I screw up, how bad can it be? And then also like, do I want to bring a friend along?
Right.
Right.
you know.
Yeah, almost have that responsibility.
Oh yeah.
I don't think I asked you. The second run,
Yeah.
less shaking.
A little less shaking because kind of the zest wore off because you're like, I can't do the 10/10s. You're like, you're going 10/10s, but the car's doing like 6/10s.
Yep.
And you're like, well, I just have to pay attention to where I'm going, and it's if I go off, it's going to be an oopsie instead of like flying. So
Right. I get what you're saying.
So instead
Yeah.
of in the top of third gear, you're like trying to really milk second so you can try to shift into third.
Yep.
Because you're going slower now.
Yep.
And I mean we did some pretty epic. It was a right front flat, so it did not like to turn left often, and my co-driver definitely let me know that we were going to be turning left. He's like, take it easy, like slow. I'm like, okay. All the right-handers railed him, like nothing happened.
Yeah.
But, but it was pretty washy taking any lefts,
Yeah.
and was told to take it easy.
Yep.
So
Yep.
yeah,
Hey, communication is
Trying to
wonderful.
crash
Yeah.
inside.
yeah.
It's key.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, again, very happy you guys enjoyed it and made it out
Yeah.
and are here to tell us the tale of
Yeah.
it. Want to get some questions?
Absolutely.
We probably have
That's
some
all I want.
questions
Questions.
pertaining to everything as well. So please, as always, feel free to
Hit us
chime
with
on in.
questions.
Let me get to the segment here. Okay, let me start from the bottom. Spanish, English.
Raph.
If you guys had to have one car to do it all, daily, track, road trips, shows, meets, what would it be?
It's tough.
It doesn't exist.
It
doesn't exist. I can't do it.
F Series 4-door M3 would be pretty close right now for me. I'm kind of into those. That would cover a lot of boxes.
I would say I'm terrible. E90 M3
Yeah.
would be.
Yeah.
I think that would do most. I would say most of everything. It just sucks in the snow.
I-
That's really
yeah.
it.
I do E63 wagon. I just feel like it would be heavy and suck on track. But
Yeah.
otherwise, it'd be great at everything else. And I do a lot more everything else.
Yeah.
TSV.
No, that's probably a
God's
pretty good,
car.
Yeah.
Pretty good
God's car.
selection.
That
too.
new the black wing.
The
whatever,
CT5V,
CT that thing.
Blackhawk.
My
That
God.
thing's incredible.
Yeah.
I like that second gen CTSV.
Oh, the Torque
Oh,
King?
yeah.
That thing?
The king
Yeah.
of wine.
Yeah.
The King of Wine.
Let's see. Details by Doug.
Details by Doug.
Is it the best time to trade in your vehicle for a possible upgrade, or is the market still pretty dry?
No, I think it's the best possible time.
So I
ever
think you're going to get
trade
the
in your
most
shit.
ever for your trade-in,
Literally.
but it's heavily going to depend on what's available that you want.
I think it's the
Yes.
best time ever to trade in your car for a new car.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is not a great
Go
time
new,
to trade
yeah.
in your car for a used car. But if there's something new you've been eyeing for years, you're like,
Ford Maverick.
it's a little heavy. I need a couple more grand for my trade.
Yeah.
This is the time to do it. The used stuff's high. The old stuff, the new stuff hasn't been adjusted.
Yeah.
If you can get it and it's on the dealer lot, I think you're going to do well. I think there might be less haggling on the other end, but they're going to give you a shitload for your car.
Yeah.
I think we had a handful of friends who have purchased trucks, Silverados
Yeah.
or whatever, that get
Tundras.
calls from the dealer, right? Tundras that get calls from the dealership being like,
I want
"Hey,
it back.
we'll give
We'll
you
give you a
4
lot
over,
more."
and here's the deal." So the opportunity is there to be had. Again, it really depends on what you would want to replace said vehicle with.
I mean, if it's non-replaceable, it's hard. My neighbor has a Raptor, and he's like, "Listen, they want to give him 80 for it because they're going to sell it on the other end for 120." But he's like, "What do I replace it with?"
They're
But
going to
no, you
sell
can't.
it for 120.
It was some ridiculous amount. I'm like, "No way."
Oh yeah, there was.
Just
Yeah.
sell
He's
it
like,
and don't buy anything.
Yeah. What do you do? You know.
So
you
that's
have
Go buy a
Tell
Corolla
them to
hatch.
give you another Raptor.
yeah, but that,
Give me
that's the thing.
120.
They
Go
don't-
buy a Raptor for 80.
Yeah.
Everybody wins. I don't know. Buy an E63 AMG like a man. Be a man.
I was going to say if you can deal with it, or if you happen to have a second
Oh,
car,
yeah. Yeah.
like
Yeah.
pick up something cheap, take advantage, and then go
Select
from
your-
there.
select
Got
your
equity in
thing
that
once
baby.
Yeah, then roll around your winnings.
Yeah.
Kevin 401.
Kevin 401.
What would your occupation be if you had followed your childhood dreams? Oh man, getting deep with the questions here.
Wow.
I'd probably be a trash man. Was a really big trash.
I wanted to be an
trash guy.
animator.
Okay.
Yeah, I did. I wanted to be an animator.
I've yet to drive a fire truck, so
I can't believe that.
I know I'm a little sad, but I think I'm almost doing what I I fix things,
Yeah.
that's it. So I'm doing it, and I'm all right at it, and I'm okay with it as a job, and I'm still doing it to this day. So I
That's
wouldn't
perfect.
say like hit it spot on, but like it's a close,
It's in the ballpark.
yeah, it's in the ballpark.
I'd like to, or would have liked to do something scientific, something in the science world.
Okay.
Never did. Maybe.
Yeah,
maybe
like
should,
that.
maybe should
Engineering or something like
math.
that.
Just
would
pretend to be
make
a
math.
scientist. That's what everybody's doing online now anyway.
That's very
Yeah.
true.
I'm a pretend scientist now.
Yeah, doesn't matter. We
Yeah.
can just do it. Kevin 401 once again
401.
just writes cake or pie. Which do you prefer?
Cake.
I would
It
say
really
cake.
depends. I need more information.
Oh,
It
man.
depends.
Actually, yeah, because like
A
there's that
shook-yelled pie.
there's that Greg's cake, which is
I think the
Magnifique.
Greg's cake might beat any pie.
Mm-hmm.
so that's what I was just thinking.
No, strawberry shortcake beats any pie for me. That's it.
If we go Greg's cake, but then if I go pecan
I-
or pecan pie from that place,
The one
there,
you brought in here?
yeah,
Oh, that was
That was a slapper. But I'm a blueberry apple pie, a blueberry or apple. Like that's tough to beat. But man, Greg's makes a strawberry shortcake that just doesn't make sense.
okay. So we haven't
doesn't
had
make
yeah.
sense.
I just had the
I'll bring one
vanilla
in.
cake.
It's a seasonal thing, so we
The
gotta make sure
vanilla
it's in
cake
I can
season.
see the
is insane
seasonal
too.
seasonal part, but I'm gonna say cake, hands down, because there's icing. I'm a sugar fiend.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's icing. You don't put icing on pie. It does. It's,
know what's funny?
That makes it cake.
I eat cake, but I don't eat the icing.
See, then yeah, I would say
I
you
eat out
you
the
eat the pie.
the
Yeah.
whole like.
I like the
cake
center
part.
icings. I don't like the outside icings.
I like
It's too
it all.
heavy.
So if there was a taste test, if you will, and I was uneducated about what was on the table, i.e., a piece of cake and a piece of pie, I would choose the piece of cake first,
Yeah.
Yeah.
unknowing.
Hands down.
You know,
Hard to mess up a
that's
cake.
yeah.
Funfetti. Just saying.
Oh, a little funfetti, vanilla frosting.
Yeah, bam,
Oh, just
bam.
a single layer, man. Don't even need it.
Connor McCann,
Connor McCann.
do you like to drive with no shoes on? I do, but a lot of people really seem to hate it. I cannot drive with no shoes on.
So I was telling you guys before about my episode of my my feet thing that was
Yeah.
happening.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I was having like a straight panic attack while driving my stupid truck in traffic in Connecticut, and I had to take my shoes off
Yeah.
while driving. And I immediately put them back on because I'm like, I can't hit the brake.
It doesn't
It feels
feel
weird.
The amount of
yeah.
pressure you have to apply, the
Yeah.
different, it just throws
Shoes,
me off.
yeah, shoes off driving is like skateboarding shoes that are too thick. It
Yeah.
just doesn't make any
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah.
Just like I can't do it anymore.
I even get thrown off if I wear my Crocs and try to drive.
Okay.
like significant
Yeah.
difference of. I'm like, oh
Shape.
shit, this is just
And
not.
stiffness.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
No, yeah, I'm with you. I'm not
And
a
I
big
mean,
shoes off guy.
like racing shoes. Like we had to wear racing shoes for the hill climb.
Yeah.
And
Is that because just Nomex?
just for Nomex?
for fire-
yeah.
okay,
And the same
okay.
with gloves. We actually normally we don't need gloves in rally, and the same
Yeah.
with the shoes. But they're like fire protection.
Yeah.
It makes sense.
Yeah.
So I have a drive. Some people driving shoe. It's like, oh, this slight piece of leather, and you can feel all the aspects of you.
Pilates,
Yeah.
right?
And
Yeah.
like no, I like I'm driving in 5'10" mountain bike shoes, and
Yeah.
then my driving shoes have like a real sole, and you're like, well, how do you feel the thing? I'm like, no, you just mash your
Just
foot
mash
on the
it.
thing. Just mash it.
Give me a fireproof skateboard shoe. I'll be fine.
Yeah. So like,
Chuck's gonna be doing a rally in Osiris's.
yeah.
D3 2001.
Yes. Yes.
So like, you
I had my weed in the front.
Yeah.
Or in the tongue. Remember they had that tongue spot?
wow. Yeah.
Yeah, I had my stash in the tongue. Like Chad Muska. Shouts to Chad Muska.
My radio.
So yeah, I mean, I was like, oh, you don't have the feel. It's like you should learn how to drive with the normal things.
Yeah,
Because
yeah.
it's 100% possible.
Yeah, it's not that.
It's 100%
Yeah.
possible.
Let's see. Jeremiah. So,
Jeremiah
shows Jeremiah. Josh, what is some camera equipment you use for automotive photography? I still shoot with a 5D Mark IV. I bought that a few years back, and I'm not changing it anytime soon because I have too much EF glass, and I refuse to switch to a mirrorless camera because I cannot afford it.
I think that's one of a lot of my other friends that do the same kind of jam.
It's just like I can't, and that's
5D,
why I
baby.
bought a EF based cinema camera, which technically was used, but I'm not changing anytime. You're gonna have to fucking, as people say, pry that shit out of my cold dead hands. Yeah, that's what I'm sticking with. Oh, here we go. Question on the chat. Leaston Hudson just writes, hey guys, finally able to catch a live stream. Also, does Jesse still have the Mark III? I worked at Dynamic for a while and loved the stories of the car.
Oh yeah! Wow, that dynamic was
It's back in the day.
that
no?
was some back in the day, pre-Eurosport. When I still lived in New York, it was a group of friends of ours. We started, they had ties with TM Tuning, and I remember they did a suspension thing too. I forget what it was, but it was like hot at that time of like 2000. Oh man, maybe it was like 2003, 2004. But yes, I still have the Mark III. It's on a temporary hiatus because I accidentally doinked it off of a
Didn't you jump
embankment.
it pretty?
Oh, that too. That it jumps a lot. We doinked it off of a embankment and bent some front stuff. And then my wife told me that I will not get back into it until the exhaust is fixed because the exhaust is falling off of it.
Yeah.
So I bought all this new stuff and I started working on it, and everything I touched broke. So I gave up last October, and it's still on the lift. So it's almost
Pushing a
year.
year.
It's getting
It's
there.
pushing a year, but it'll be back.
Let's see. Trey.
Oh, yeah, Paytech. That was the one. He
Hey,
got-
shouts
Yeah.
shouts to Leaston
Shouts.
for
Yeah.
chiming in. Trey.e39. When can we expect English Ben next? I don't know. Whenever he's around. He's on the other side of the country. So.
Yeah.
He's back in town this weekend, maybe. I don't know if he's sticking around though.
Okay.
If he is, we'll
We'll get him to hang out
have him
pretty
on.
soon. Let's see. Kinda.
Kenda.
Are there any other listeners that own a Ridgeline, or am I the only representative?
I do think he's the only one.
No, there's more. There's
Really?
Only purple though.
I don't want to.
I need that purple.
I don't want to blow up his spot, so I don't want
But
to.
there's,
shame him.
another one.
Yeah, but there's another one. Also has a very nice S2000.
Ooh. Okay.
Yeah,
So that's working
Yeah.
the Honda line.
Honda
Yeah,
guy.
nice.
Matter of fact, he's friends with Boston George.
Oh.
Yeah. You know who
Mr.
it is.
Clean?
Mr. Clean. Yeah.
Oh yeah, no, that's great, man. I'd imagine he probably has a super
Unless he-
Very
clean
nice as
Ridgeline.
an understatement.
Unless he's
Yeah.
unless he may not have it. I don't know for sure, but
I'll
I know that.
type
That,
off.
That
totally
was-
fits. Yeah, that totally fits the character of that man.
that
Yeah,
was
that's
what
the whole
awesome.
lineup.
Yeah,
we
hell
shot
yeah.
the rollers. I shot the rollers of the CRX for Super Street out of that.
That's awesome.
He drove the Ridgeline, and that's what made me like, fuck, I'd be all over.
God
that.
damn it, I need a
Yeah,
Ridgeline.
Let's do a Ridgeline.
Quite good.
Yeah, that's sweet. Kenda
Um,
has proved to me that Ridgelines are just the best truck.
Year after
let's
year.
see.
Yeah, every single time.
Speaking English, Ben, He just writes, based on your dollar per listen or money per listen, is your favorite band still Sixpence None the Richer?
Yes.
Yeah.
100%?
It's funny you say that. As we were listening to this, we just call them Sixpence here.
Yeah.
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 We were listening to Sixpence a little earlier.
Yep. Yep. Get the real 90s vibes going.
Really gets us going.
Not from stock. After
Not
doing
from
a lap,
stock
did you
show.
guys ever, after doing a lap, have you guys ever lapped the Nürburgring? If you didn't, is it on your checklist? 100% on my
100% on
bucket
my
list.
Got to go.
I've never gone, haven't been to Germany.
I would love to. I don't know if when the next time I'll make it to Germany, because I'd probably be like, yeah, it'd be a fun vacation, but I'd also probably do 2 rallies in a race car that I already own.
Right,
So,
right.
like, other than shipping a race car overseas and trying to drive it on my own, I'll do a couple rallies and it's do some other things that are almost as epic as the Nürburgring. But
Bucket list. I mean, Climb to
Bucket
the
list.
Clouds is pretty.
that's
That's a bucket list item.
It's there.
Schmidtum.
Schmidtum.
With OnlyFans banning explicit content, how will German Blake fund his air-cooled addiction? Well, actually, good news for German Blake. They
Figured it out.
receded that ban
Yep.
and decided not to do it. So
He's back up and rolling.
all
Keep the
those
smut moving.
all those nipple pictures he posts to
I
keep
believe
things.
I believe it's Big Boy Blake on OnlyFans. So just take that out.
Give it a follow. Green99
Green 99.
just writes, "Will Save the K stickers be available at Fieldworks?"
I'm gonna forget them, but
Try to remember to
I'll
bring
try
some.
to remember them.
Yeah.
I'm gonna actually write it for my Friday. Oh shit! Yeah, it's coming up this weekend. Yeah,
Couple days
I'll
away.
put them in my bag and then forget my bag.
LJ Photography just writes, also, when's the next donut meet?
I mean, I do the weekend after Fieldworks, honestly, but we'll see what happens. What do you think?
I'll have to look at my
Weekend
calendar.
after
2 weeks. I think.
Field works.
Yeah, I'll have to
Works
look
this
So
weekend.
2 weeks.
yeah, we'll let everybody know for sure. I just want to make sure I don't have anything previously scheduled.
Sweet.
The Jackalope 89
The Jackalope.
just writes, how are K trucks illegal in Rhode Island, but you can take the ducks from the park home for free?
I love that.
I was unaware
They're
of
also
that.
not illegal. Let me get some of them ducks, though. You know what a
Yeah.
great way to take some ducks home? Back of a
truck.
K truck.
Yeah.
Maybe that's why they're illegal.
That is going to do it for our questions this week, ladies and gentlemen. I don't think we have anything else. Let me
Fieldworks this
try to think.
weekend.
Fieldworks this weekend.
Pre-register for Staggered.
Yeah,
That's right.
definitely
They're selling
pre-registered for
out.
Staggered. Lock City stuff's coming up soon.
Lock City in 2 weeks.
Which will, I'm really going to try to go to that.
Yeah, Strick's driving. I'm there.
What else? Let's see. Hats have been taken down from the pre-order and ordered already, actually. So those will be arriving to us pretty soon, and we'll be shipping them out to everybody that has ordered one. We thank you very much for grabbing those.
Save the K merch.
Save the K merch at
Still up.
SaveTheK.com.
It's not a pre-order. It's just like
It's there.
some funny thing to have. So this is merch up. We are still fighting this, and we're going to try to expand that fight to other states. So yeah, hook it up.
See how that goes. On our website, you can buy some prints. They're 18 by 24.
Nice.
Full bleed, if you will.
Oh, I
I
will.
selected
actually.
a
Yeah,
I will right
hand-
now.
handful of pictures that I've shot over the first few years here. Decided to do a bit of a fall collection, if you will. They're going to be limited to 10 apiece. That's all we're going to ever print of these things. I'll sign them and number them individually. So you'll
know
have
what we
a
should do
little piece of
Next
special.
time when we're gonna put some more up,
Yep.
should put up an Instagram poll, like a little
What ones?
left to right type thing.
Yeah,
Little
yeah.
Compare and contrast.
Vote for what ones. Yeah,
Yeah.
we got plenty to work with. So maybe we'll do that
I'm
next
sure
time.
you have
I was
thousands of photos to work with. So.
I wanted to originally put 5 up, but I had 2 versions of the C10, and I'm just like, I like both of
the light
these.
and dark. Yeah.
I think both of them as a set would be really cool. Maybe I should make some for myself. I don't know. But yes, those are on our website right now, so go check that out. And I'm gonna hit this button.
Play us out.
As always, thank you very much for listening. Go
Thanks for
sub
listening.
to B4B. Don't forget to visit our YouTube channel where you can like, comment, and subscribe for more content. Also, check out some of the other shows brought to you by Revival Motoring, Talking Motorcycles, Topics Under the Stairs, the Circle Jerks podcast. See you next week. See you at Fieldworks. Later.
Peace.
Later.
There you go.